Now, if you're Bengali, or if you're Somali, or if you're Indian, or if you're Chinese, and you've told me that, Rod, you know what? Yeah, I like white women, I like black women, I like this, but do you know what? You see, when it comes to my work and my passion, what my calling, I'm trying to uplift people from my village. It's a fridge. No one's got no water.
No one's got some water for me. Stuck to the shop.
I don't know, man.
He's trying to run.
He's trying to run.
He's trying to do the running. Try him out. Come on, let's do this. Go on, what's going on?
Trying to soak up the alcohol.
Juice.
Trying to chase that rum. Is that, yeah?
Why are you buying me off though? Why are you buying me off? I can smell it anyway.
Drink of my blood. Drink of my blood. Eat of my flesh.
They're still with this thing.
You are now Roman Catholic.
Let's get this out of the way. This is confusion.
He just took his reverse shahada.
It's all love.
So let me tell you
Ready for
something. When you start, I can't say it. Because we had to do an introduction of what the confusion was. Are we starting? Ruba, we starting?
It's wine.
Let me know when you started, innit?
It's not wine, it's
Cherry bean. Cheers.
Put your finger on your nose. Put your finger on your nose. I'm walking a straight line.
Don't wind me up in it. Don't wind me up in it. If you're talking, let's talk sense in it. There's no need to disrespect. That's a sign of ignorance.
Joking. Call a joke.
Don't be
Go ahead.
No,
Go a sense of humour, mate.
knows this, innit?
Go a sense of humour, mate.
We're all family here.
I'm sorry, Grandad. Sorry, Grandad.
I'm sorry.
You've got nothing good to say, don't say nothing cool.
Here's my hand.
Cool, bro. I should bear forgiveness. I'm patient. Go on. Let's deal with this.
Let's deal with this. Let's go.
We started, we're on, yeah? Alright, so if anyone saw any earlier videos when you're going to cut it, right, there was a bit of confusion about Raspect saying how he's dedicated to the black woman, and there was confusion from this. What's your name, brother? What's your name?
Morad.
Morad was a bit confused, and the word thrown out was racism, right? That's what you said. Undertone racism.
Undertone.
We will unpack that.
Way racism, yeah.
Alright,
He's trying to
explain
get the
yourself.
black people against certain races, and that's like a bit of, you know what I'm saying? That's a bit wrong. That's a bit racist in my opinion.
So, so what are you saying?
Self-love is racist.
Yeah. So,
See, self-love.
We've got one speaker, right? So Raspect, tell them what you meant by that, and then we can see, because there's obviously some confusion.
Cool. I can only tell you my upbringing. I was raised by a black woman, yeah, in a house full of black women, yeah. During my life, black women from all different places have inspired me, have showed me love, have shown me support. Black women so when I'm talking about attraction, what he is talking about is attraction from a physical sense. Because when you're thinking from the lower self, you think of only things from the physical sense. No, I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, when I talk about being attracted to a woman, it's not just the physicality. Even though I do believe, it's my genuine belief, that black women are the most beautiful women on the planet. That's my belief. No one else doesn't have to share that belief. I've got brethren that date white women. You get me? And I'll bust jokes about them about that. I'll be like, you and Becky all the time, fam, rare, you get me? And that's that, you get me? But it's not a thing where it's a malicious thing. Me, I just have a job to do. I've got a job to do, bruv, because I'm a black man. So if I know that him, or the Indian man down the road, or the Chinese man in China, or the Irish man in Ireland is never gonna make it his job to lift up the black woman. No. Yeah, and we know, and we know that the black woman is the most oppressed. 1 minute, cuz. 1 minute, cuz. Yeah, we know the black woman is the most oppressed. Yeah? So, because black women are the most oppressed, I've made it my job to uplift the black woman. And then he, and this is why I called him a devil and a slave master, made it, tried to put it like a slave master. No, I said that's why I said.
I said nothing wrong.
That's why.
This clarifies for the YouTube viewers, though, innit?
The devil and a slave master.
Nothing racist or slave master behaviour type sort of thing.
No, anything trying to divide my people to me is slave master. Anything you try.
If I said I like Asian girls,
What you're saying?
if I said I like Asian girls, is that racist?
All right, listen. I have
ignorance, innit? It's ignorance. Go on, carry on.
Asian people.
It's ignorance.
If an Asian man,
So dumb, innit?
if you go to the Chinese man, if you go to the Chinese man, if you go to the Chinese man, he's gonna tell you he loves Chinese women. The reason why, because the Chinese woman has the slanted eyes that she got the slanted eyes that he likes. She understands his culture. She says she's Chanel, whatever they say. You get me? With black women, it's not just physical, it's also mental and spiritual. So it's only a black woman that can share the love that I have in me to uplift my community. I don't necessarily think I could share that with a white girl or an Arab girl
Maybe
or
I
an
know why
Asian
you're
girl.
confused. You finish. Yeah, cool. Maybe I know why you're confused there. Maybe I'm thinking, I'm confused, innit? Cool, innit? Yeah, I'm thinking like there's difference between lust and like a marriage, innit? In my opinion, yeah, I can't do anything with a girl unless I marry her, innit? I don't know what your beliefs are, so I can't say what you're doing, innit? What I'm saying is, yeah, most straight guys would go for a girl that's in any race that they find pretty. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like,
Can I jump in
like
there?
One more thing.
some sort of racist.
Okay, you made your point. That's good.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I've seen. Let me tell you something that I've seen. Let me tell you something that I've seen, yeah? Listen, let me tell you something that I've seen, yeah? For me personally, I believe everyone has preferences. Some people like big bum, some people like tall, some people like short, yeah? Everyone has some sort of preference, yeah? But this is what I'm saying, yeah? I've got choices. I ain't got choices. He ain't got choices. I got choices. I got choices.
And you got standards.
You don't get. I could get white.
Let me feel this, yeah? Like in this country, everyone's thinking like Arabs and Muslims are a bit like terrorism, innit?
Who thinks that? Look at how old we are.
In this country,
The media.
people have this sort of like majority of people, not you
got
guys. You guys
a
are
lot of generalizations. Stop saying majority and you
You're
can't
seeking
speak
knowledge, yeah? There's a difference in people, innit?
Are you listening?
Just talk about people. Just talk about people that you have encountered. Stop making the generalizations.
Yeah. So one thing I'm gonna say is, yeah, me being raised,
Say most straight men. You can't speak for straight men because you know what? Do you know
no matter
what?
what you say, that's the truth. If you've done a survey, bruv, if you've done a survey across the world, yeah, I guarantee you 100%, yeah, that most straight guys would be happy to marry a girl from a different race that's pretty, that they find pretty.
yes, 100%. I'm not denying
Believe
that.
that.
I'm not
Thank you,
denying
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
But
Why are you arguing then? That's what I'm saying.
listen.
I'm not
Listen,
agreeing with that.
Listen.
I'm not agreeing with that.
One minute.
Sorry, say that again.
The knowledge is not there.
One minute.
Whose knowledge is not there?
One
On
minute.
what?
Stop talking. Are you finished?
Knowledge on what?
Are you finished? Yeah. All right.
Intelligence is not there.
Listen. I think if you go to, I think if you go to Pakistan, you're gonna find a majority of men deal with Pakistani ladies.
Of course.
I think if you go to China, it's gonna be Chinese ladies. I think Africans, it's
There's
African.
no white girls in Pakistan.
You see the problem with the UK is, yeah. 1 minute, bruv. Let man speak. Can I let you finish? Yeah. If you look, 1 minute, man. 1 minute, cuz. I beg you, you're cutting the thing, brother. Yeah.
1 second, fam.
Listen. 'Cause I can't do the. I can't concentrate. Yeah. What I'm saying is, when man's dealing with in this country, I know many black men have been conditioned by the white beauty ideals, yeah, just like black women have been conditioned by white beauty ideals, and because of this, a lot of black men shun down their own sisters, yeah, and deal with white women, yeah. On top of that,
a lot of black men.
1 minute.
What was his generalization?
1 minute.
What was
No,
his-
he's not
what-
taking
what-
man off. He's not taking man off. No, brother. Oh, that's the plan. He says that to take man off. You get me? Man's not fucking with that, fam. Yeah? Like, no, because he's pissing me off, bro. Like, man's just trying to finish my sentence. Like, it's mad. You get me? So what I'm saying is there's a conditioning that has made black brothers sometimes attain towards white girls and put their own sisters down.
Wait, can I just say, yeah? Do I think that's a generalization? No, I don't. So I'm not gonna take him off.
Yeah, you don't. But when he talks and
It was a negative generalization. He's talking.
Most people agree with me, though. They don't want to
All right,
agree with
listen.
what you're saying,
What he
though.
said, yeah. What he said was he
I don't
believes.
care who's agreeing with you. It's about El Haq.
Truth, though.
It's about
That's
the truth.
What he said. What he said.
That's the truth, though.
Bruv, the majority are asses.
What he said, yeah, was most.
Asses are asses.
What he said.
Universal knowledge. But let me finish. This guy's talking on.
What he said was most straight men, yeah, are attracted to women of all races. And I said you cannot say that. That's a generalization. You can't speak for most straight men. Yeah, because there's people of certain races that only are on their own people. Yeah, and we're in their culture. Yeah, but what he said was correct. He said there was a lot of never said most black men. A lot. Yeah, that's a large number of black men. Yeah,
all black men. No, okay, all black men in this country have been shoved white beauty ideals down their throat. All black men, not most anymore. I'm talking to all black men. Yeah, and I'll say all black men in this country have shoved the Beyonce lighty thing down their throat. All black men. But I'm saying that they've pushed light skin. They've pushed light skin, and what they've done is they've demonized dark skinned people, demonized dark skinned women, and demonized dark skinned men. And that's why I have to lift up dark skinned women in order to balance out
what are you talking about, Issa? Issa, what are you talking about? That's raving up.
Mad fam. Come on, bro. Are you? Do you not know about light skin supremacy? Do you not know that the house slave was light skin?
He said, hold on. He said, dash Raven. Listen, he said, dash Raven out the circle because you're talking about Beyonce.
Oh, Raven talk. Let me talk. Wait, Raven talk. Okay, about light skin supremacy. Come. You're who I'm trying to reach. Come.
Fam, the brother, listen, all right, cool, no problem. Listen, your opinion is not agreed upon, fam.
Not by you, but by majority.
No majority. You said...
By who I'm debating. This guy here I was talking to.
He didn't even listen to you properly, fam. All right, no problem. So anyway, yeah, no problem. So what I was saying is, yeah, my brother Issa has heard Raspect talking about the fact that we've had black men have had a westernized ideal of beauty shoved down our throats. Verbatim, that's what he said, yeah? And basically he used the example of what we call the lighties or Beyonce and that type of beauty, and that's what people have been told to attain towards, yeah? As in the media, yeah? Now I said that Issa didn't like that. He thought that was a generalization and that I should have shut it down. I said, no, I agree with it. And then he turned around and said, well, if that's the case, then we should kick Raven out of the circle because he's the same complexion as Beyonce. Well, what was the logic in that?
And that's where the confusion comes.
What does that even mean? What? What does that even mean, fam?
Let me speak.
What does that even mean, fam?
Come. Well, let me answer the question, right? What Raspect is saying, yeah, is by living in this system, right, where the lighter you are, the higher your place, and the darker you are. Hold on, bro. I'm speaking. Hold on. Okay, let me just speak in here, right? Live in this system, right? Because there's that balance, but the darker you are most likely to be mistreated than the lighter you are. There's a counterbalance, isn't it? We're trying to live a certain way where you uplift the darkest because they've been the most mistreated. That doesn't mean that if you're a dark-skinned man, you fall in love with a light-skinned woman. That doesn't mean that you're a slave. Not at all. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It's saying
by respects, you've aspired to the Western standard of beauty.
No. Who has? He has.
No, I'm saying in general. Raspect referenced Beyonce. Yeah? For me, Beyonce is a black sister like any other black sister. So if you're saying that there's this light skin supremacy, and by going for a light skinned woman, that you've adhered to these rules of supremacy.
No one said that. Let me explain.
You're a bad listener. You're a bad listener.
You're in confusion. I can make you feel better. The words I have can make you feel better. Do you feel good? Do you feel good? Because the words I have can make you feel better. Okay, yeah. Well, it is right. No one can judge your heart, right? If you're a person who subscribes to the system and you only like light-skinned girls and you're a dark-skinned man and you don't like dark-skinned women for being dark-skinned, we have issues with that and we want to try to correct that. But if you hold on, friends, hold on. Stay on cold. Let's stay on cold. We're good at this. Yeah.
It's not racism.
Hold on. Listen, confusion. Yeah. So I'm saying, if you're a black brother who loves black women, but you just so happen to fall in love with a light-skinned sister, power in it. But if you're a dark-skinned brother who can't stand dark-skinned women, yeah, like your mother, like your sister, and you come to me and you go, brother, that dark-skinned woman who looks like me is ugly. We want to talk to you. Go, brother, what has happened to Saka? Bro, what are you doing? Bro, stop contributing to confusion, bro. Stop contributing to confusion. Hold on, bro. Can you see what we're trying to build? Hold on, fam.
Yes, no, he made a good point. He made a good point. Let me tell you about the black dough, white dough test. Yeah? And right now, type in black dough, white doll test, and you will see black children being given black dolls and white dolls, and they ask what they think is beautiful, and they'll say the white dolls are beautiful.
Hold on, we need
Hold on.
So we need order. If we don't have order, it becomes confusion. And who benefits from confusion? Hold on, brother. Hold on, I want some more. The brother, yeah. Is the point I make? Did that ease the anxiety?
It didn't ease me, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why.
You're saying if there's a dark-skinned brother, that doesn't.
Allow him, man.
What?
There's a black brother,
You don't go on camera
and he
no
says-
more.
and he says-
You don't go on camera no more,
and he says-
Issa. Or you don't want to back this statement that you're saying with a face. What is it?
Whoa.
You're always on camera, Issa.
Don't try and beg me.
I'm asking you a question.
No,
I'm asking you a question, fam.
I'm saying going forward, my thing is I'm not trying to get caught on camera.
He doesn't
The
want
camera-
to.
the camera thing-
Cool. But you know what? I know. I'm not sure.
Listen,
Why.
we have to build. We have to build. No, brother, come on. Don't contribute to confusion, man. Listen, the man has made a statement. He's a man. We respect that. Now, he's a bit uneasy with certain things.
I've got to clarify it. 'Cause it's about my thing.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it because I'm on the same page.
Raven, we soon kick you off the forum still, you know. I think
We have an issue with a dark-skinned
You might
brother.
control.
He says he likes a lighter woman or maybe a white woman. But he doesn't like his own black skin.
That's the issue
And he says
with
it's
you.
ugly.
Listen.
Right. So he likes everything but him.
Let me make it clear. I love my dark skin and my knuckles. He's making a thing about what I said, and he's gone somewhere else with it. I love my light skinned black sisters. I love my dark skinned black sisters. I love my
what was the
albino.
significance of the Beyonce? What was the significance of it?
I love my
was telling you
albino
about
black
what
sisters.
society does to man them.
But I've got many light.
He was talking about the media, fam.
Listen. I've got many light skinned sisters that will tell you no one has ever come to them and said you're pretty for a light skinned girl. But there's 100 of your sister and your mum and your auntie and all of your nieces that are dark skinned can tell you that people have told them they're pretty for a dark skinned girl. There's light skinned sisters that will be honest and tell you about the oppression that I'm talking about. So this does not mean I love my light skinned sisters less. Come on, I love my light skinned sisters. I love my dark skinned sisters.
So when man said that, and when man was talking about that, it's like man said, "Rah, hold on, that's racism." When man's talking about what his preference is, this is what we got sucked into, yeah. And it was so simple. Yeah, you never agreed to that, exactly, yeah. So then the next thing that Raspect was talking about how society tries to force this paradigm on everybody, especially us within the black community. We get this caste kind of mentality that is put on us, yeah.
Put on us, it's suggested.
It is suggested to us. Yeah, but listen, suggestion, especially when we talk about society, yeah, it is all, it's corruption, it's, what's the word? It seeps into our way of life, innit, yeah? Subconsciously, people take it upon themselves as the paradigm to see life through, yeah? And then their choices become based upon these things. So just like we know that the black boy is stereotyped for being a criminal or being a thug or being violent, and the black woman is stereotyped for being angry and having attitude and rare, yeah? These are the kind of things that we're talking about that are put on us, that make us look at ourselves differently and make us treat ourselves differently. And he's saying that's the sickness. You turn around and said, well, then we need to get Raven out of the circle. And I didn't see how those two subjects married up, because what he gave that example of Beyonce.
I wanted to know what is the significance of him mentioning this light skin supremacy, as if a brother, as if, because that's what I extrapolated.
As if what?
That's what I extrapolated. When he says that Beyonce is a Western standard, for
has
beauty,
been pushed to us, yeah.
that means that anyone who aspires to that, has taken with a Western standard of beauty.
They have.
And I don't think it's a Western standard of beauty.
It is.
No, because all of my African sisters
it's
are
weave,
beautiful.
and she bleached her skin.
All
No.
my sisters
Wait.
are
I tell you what. Wait. Beyonce
Beyonce
has lost her curves. Yeah, that make her body type African. Okay, all right. She lost her curves. One. She is. Listen, you want to hear or not, bruv? What I'm to you lot? As soon as I start chatting, you lot now want to get all. Like, let me just say my thing, innit? Beyonce's body, has changed. She's in the public eye, yeah? She's not just someone in the public eye, yeah? She is a weapon of mass destruction when it comes to our women and even our men and the way they look at themselves, yeah? And that's going for white, black, Chinese, Asian. She does not represent a positive female stereotype or representing archetype, yeah? So that's one thing. 2, yeah, she has lightened her skin visibly to everybody can see.
That's
Yeah, that's another thing that is a psychological program that's happened. Another thing is, yes, she may be seen in couple shots with like some fake locks or rare, but majority of the time it's weave and it's blonde.
Right.
Yeah.
Flowing in the wind.
I'm saying, you see, regarding everything that you just said now, yeah, you're right, yeah. But that's due to my lack of ignorance because
You don't watch them things.
Yeah,
so
I don't really watch Beyonce.
yeah.
Like the last time I remember, there was 4 of them
Yeah,
and whatever.
Right.
I like that.
I'm sure you know in general, yeah, white people gone everywhere. White people gone everywhere in the world, and what they've done, they put white at the top, and then the
100%.
That's what we're talking about. The caste system.
So even you'll find black rappers in videos, they put light skinned girls and stuff, dark skinned ones, and you know, and so forth. And then so forth. Even though I don't want to get religious before you guys do, white Jesus, son of God. Even Jamaican Africa, you're gonna say white Jesus. So it's God and his son is white, and you're black.
Yeah, Prophet Muhammad, he's white.
No, we don't have pictures of Muhammad.
Yeah, but in the
No,
Hadith,
no,
in the Hadith, he's white. He's got white thigh and white armpits.
Come on, we don't put pictures of Muhammad in our mosque.
When you bring God into the situation, what's it called?
Listen, he was an Arab. He wasn't European white.
language.
I know, but I'm trying to keep this.
No. Listen, carefully.
Control the narrative.
Do you feel that if you have picked a light-skinned sister, that somehow you're being mistreated by us?
No. Listen, my wife is mixed race, yeah.
Okay.
And I never ever in my whole life ever aspired to date a mixed race
But
girl.
no, you've visualized the dark.
I'm saying the reason why I've made that union with my partner is because of the content of her character.
love her, innit?
Right, more than anything. First and foremost. Right. What I'm saying is, but you lot are saying that. But when I walk on the street and I see my black sisters, them looking at me and my missus, in a certain way, like my man went for the mixed race thing.
You know why? Because they that interracial relationships and all these type of things are weaponized.
Interracial, bro. She ain't even interracial.
Okay, but all right, but she has she's mixed race, yeah.
She's got a cool
Mixed
white in it.
Okay, so but
The
she
rest
has
of it
she has
is
some kind of
Caribbean
a
and African.
she has some kind of appearance that you feel sets her apart from other sisters.
She's lighter.
She's lighter, yeah, considerably lighter. Okay, so because no, because she's considerably lighter, yeah, they may think, okay, cool, like their inferiority complex now has been triggered off because of what we said about the media and the messaging, yeah, where normally that would not be a problem. Normally they may even look at you, and even to today, you still get some black women, you still get some you still get some black women that will look at you and be like, rah, mashallah, that brother looks like happy with his wife. That's a good couple, rare. Some people, however, are a victim and are susceptible to the programming that we've got. This is what Raspect is trying to talk about rectifying, yeah? Because it creates those type of negative attitudes towards you. Because I don't believe you should be experiencing anything like that. And so, but you, even though you're not light skinned, you still see. Where you see the split now. This is the truth. This is a result. This is a result of what they have done to all of us to weaponize us. Because I know enough light-skinned people that do not agree with the advantages that they're supposedly. They don't agree with it.
I agree with you. Did you see that documentary in Jamaica with a black artist? I don't know if he's a rapper or a singer or whatever. He said that some girls are black. This man's black, dark skin. I think like his Jedi complexion. He said some women, Jamaican women, they're so black, they're ugly like they're black like tar. Ugly. He's black skin. I don't know his name. What's his name?
His statement is to reverse it. Can we make that clear? His statement is to reverse that.
all of them things.
You see what I'm saying? But it's not to go against your choices.
No, your choice. We rate your choices, fam.
Yeah, I hear that.
You're happy. That's all we care about. You're happy.
It seems to me that it's not a reversal, right? It's the polar opposite.
Yeah, just be happy, my
The
brother.
polar opposite. Support your sisters, yeah? No, I'm not saying don't support the sisters, yeah? Black women are beautiful, yeah? But it's as if, you've done some sort of some sort of treachery to black people if you go for somebody outside.
No, that's not what. No one said anything. That wasn't the subject at all. Is that what you're talking about? What you feel? You're not saying no one said that, are you?
No, I'm saying that
Based on how you've been treated.
All right.
Based on
Let me clarify.
the standards that have been.
Let me clarify.
Yeah, but
Let me clarify.
no.
Let me clarify. I'm like him. I used to date a sister that was light skinned, yeah, and I'm a brother that loves dark skinned girls. So I wasn't dating her because she was light skinned. I was dating her based upon the content of her character. Okay. When I was on this Rasta thing, yeah, a lot of the dark skinned girls, they didn't really want to hear it. She was listening to man. She was cooking ital. She locks up her hair. So obviously we got into, you get me. But at the same time, even with her, I always made it clear to her that I've got a dark skinned little sister, very dark skinned older sister. That's why I was always proud, because she was always proud to be dark skinned. You get me? And I've got obviously my mum. You get me? So I made it very clear that even though I'm dating you, I still have an obligation to uplift dark skinned women. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that would make her feel uneasy.
But boy, that's your business.
But that's your business. Because
this is my duty. You're saying choose your duty. And this is what I rate, man. This is what I rate. That's it. There's no racism there. There's no racism there.
So you're good.
You know what it's like? You know what it's like? Can I just say, yeah? It's like this, yeah? It's like having children of your own, yeah? You have children of your own, you got them all kitted out, they're nice, they're looking good, they're looking crisp. And then you work for a children's charity, yeah? Where the people in the children's charity, the kids are disenfranchised, they're poor, and they're separated from their family, yeah? Even though your kids are doing well, yeah, are you still not going to give your love and your affection and your time and your power to these kids that you work with that are disenfranchised? Of course you are. So that's all it is. We're talking about, if you want to call it charity or goodwill work or whatever, within our community, yeah, and that goes by reinforcing positive stereotypes, positive archetypes, positive images and relationships within the demographic that we see as being affected or things being weaponized towards them. That's simple. As soon as you start saying that, man comes up with racism. This is like the third time now, yeah, where people see it as being racist. Now, if you're Bengali, or if you're Somali, or if you're Indian, or if you're Chinese, and you've told me that, Rod, you know what? Yeah, I like white women, I like black women, I like this, but do you know what? You see, when it comes to my work and my passion, what my calling, I'm trying to uplift people from my village. Right. I'm gonna rate you. I'm gonna say, blood, that's racist, or if you tell me, I only find Indian women attractive, I'm like, fam, you sure? Like, there's some hot black girls, you know, there's a nice little white one there, but ultimately that's your fucking preference, isn't it? Yeah. And why do I have an opinion on what you find attractive? That's weird. That's weird. So that controlling kind of that mentality there, yeah, was like what made man start saying, hold on. Coupled with that, he started telling man that you can't call yourself black. Now, I will turn around and say to my brothers, don't call yourself black, because I can do that. Yeah? Who are you?
Why can you do that?
Because I can.
Why?
Because that's between us. That's because us. This man that's not part of our race, is coming, telling us what we should call ourselves. Bruv, go away. We're sorting that out ourselves.
Trust me.
Yeah?
Identify himself as black.
Because none of us are dying to be called black, you know. We be called whatever it is that gives us respect and gives us equal standard and freedom. We're not busting nuts over the term black. Don't think it's not that.
It's because of man trying to tell man what to define man.
Just don't tell us what. Just like I stopped Adnan, yeah, from telling us about what he thinks the black man should do. And I'm going to continue on that policy. Anytime that we are chatting and the next man comes in with his advice, I'll dead them.
That's right.
Shut. You see, I don't want to hear you lot no more. Get me?
I agree with you and respect 100% and Raven that white people have gone all over the world and enslaved everywhere, and look how many people speak English even though we're a small little island. And through that as well, the thing about being white is the best and the darker you, the lower. So you have to obviously rebuild the self-esteem, of dark-skinned people, because I think the reason why a lot of black boys just go in and out of jail like nothing, because they feel like they're worth nothing. Obviously, on top of that, they're coming from single-parent families, and if you feel you're not worth anything, you can always go in and out of jail, because it's like it doesn't.
What you losing out?
Yeah, being in a cage and letting man open up when I can go to the toilet and when I can do this, and I have no worth anyway. So if I'm not worth anything, stabbing you's nothing, killing another, I think young black boys, they actually believe they are nothing. I mean, literally nothing, and they believe by stabbing up people, doing smash and grab all these things to put some material clothes on myself, I can feel like something, because in this secular democracy that basically a man is defined by your material, your size and your material belongings. If you don't have nothing, I remember in school, if you went in like me, like Dunlop trainers or Puma, you getting rinsed. And no one wants to be that person, so you do whatever you can to get out of that as quick as possible. Yeah, so what happens is that
You need to come to the G Circle next week. You know?
in this society,
You need to come to the G Circle
So-
next week. You
so-
know?
so in this,
You're not cold.
don't do none of this stuff, yeah? No one on Mason thing.
That's collab.
No Mason, none of this stuff, yeah?
You just done them now.
No, listen.
Slow motion them.
So what I'm
Yo, Jedi, Kalal just comes to eat the snacks, innit?
Yeah. Get the hat, get the t-shirt.
What's that?
Can I just say that point? The point I'm trying to say is that with young black boys, there's so much issue because it's like, because of slavery, and it's all a stage of slavery. I'm not saying because of we being for slavery, it gives you a right, and you come from a single parent family, it gives you a right to not have a conscience and just chop man up and take man's things and stuff, right? Because you still have a conscience, but there's been damage being done, and hasn't been re-education. So we have the thing that we're black, we feel like nothing anyway. On TV, the movie stars and this, that, and the other, and so forth. Can I just? So they feel like that. On top of that single parent family, black people are just not inferior to other races and sexual deviance. It was mashed up from slavery and so
There you go.
Yeah? So that needs to be healed and everything. But the whole point I'm trying to say, yes, it has to be, all of this has to be rebuilt. Like the door test you said naturally, because of the society, because of the adverts, because even black stars, they put in light skin, white models, in it's everywhere, it's everywhere.
So now you said that, bro.
So now the point is this. So the point is this. You have to do it. No, I know he's got a butt.
He's ready to.
But it's okay. It's not a problem. I agree with him. I'm not here to dispute. So the whole thing is that. So the point I'm trying to say to you is that it has to be rebuilt. I think what the brother was trying to say, but he couldn't articulate, is that he says he's got a problem. I don't have a problem because I'm black. Yeah. And I go through it, so I understand. If someone has a preference, they have a preference. There's nothing wrong with it. I think he's kind of hard, yeah, because in Islam we have this thing. Black and white are supposed to be, according to text, equal. White and black, the Prophet said, Arab isn't more important than non-Arab, and non-Arab isn't more important
Is it
than
camera off?
Arab.
Oh yeah, I saw that today.
Can you see that? Yeah.
The point.
Is it? How'd you focus it?
It's a double advert, innit?
Yeah, we're in now.
You see that?
They're
Yeah.
trying to apologise for it still.
Yeah.
It's a Dove advert. Recent.
Listen,
Wow. I want to see that after.
how many of you brothers
The
think
point I'm
white
trying to say,
people
he's
is
trying to.
good at
this, yeah?
I think the
Let me finish.
I think the problem he's trying to say is that.
You see that?
Yeah.
Oh, what, she's trying to white?
I understand what you're not saying is not racist, even with the group and trying to.
It's a Dove advert.
I understand why.
What's going on in the dump?
Hold on, let me speak.
I understand why it's not racist. You have to sort your own self out.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to say, what's the difference with someone saying that my race is the most beautiful? And I understand what you lot are saying. My race, I find my race the most attractive and more attractive than any other race. And
He never said more. He said his preference is black women. That's it.
yeah.
all he said.
But I think he's black. But I think
No, you talk about. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You identify as black, right? Of course. So you have empathy for black people,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So why is it when non-black people are jumping in? Do you think they can understand how it is to be black?
No, because
So why is there
I'll
such
tell
a
you why.
strong
I'll tell you
opinion
why.
about what we should call ourselves and who we should love? Why do they care so much? Are they doing the same thing to the Pakistanis, to the Chinese, the Japanese? As soon as a black man says he loves black people, there's this big massive, don't do it, don't call yourself black. So you know what I mean? When it comes to mistreating black people, you know who we are.
tell you
When
why.
it comes to helping us, there's a reason.
I'll tell you why, yeah?
There's a reason for this.
I'm black, yeah, so I've been free, yeah? I have both. I have the Muslim and the toast.
Right.
So I've got the lift of the woman's trying to steal, I think something's trying to steal her bag, and I have the one on the tube who thinks I'm trying to blood the tube, yeah? So I got both, yeah? but the thing is, if you haven't lived in it, yeah? You see, when you're a black person, you're just used to the police, the working, everyone looking down and look at you as crap, yeah?
That's right,
And the whole
that's
thing is,
right. What do you think that does to
so
people's
the whole thing is that you're just used to people just thinking the worst of you and this, that, and the other, yeah? Now, and also each person might know, yes, there's racism everywhere, but black people go through it the most, yeah? So where's that? When you have someone who's not a black person and they see black people coming together and saying that, look, in our situations, yeah, we need to sort out our situation. Like, we need black plumbers, we need black professionals to get money so we can start living decent, so we can stop.
I'm saying that's part of the mistreating. I'm saying, you know when we talk about black people mistreating,
yes.
I'm saying non-black people jumping in, trying to like push us elsewhere and not have self-love. It's part of the mistreatment. Because they don't do that anywhere else.
The problem is this, they're not black here, so they're thinking is that why can't we help? Why can't we? Look, I'm not saying what I believe. I'm not saying what I believe. They're saying why can't we do it? You're thinking, listen, you can help out if you want to.
This thing came out in the Tims today, boy. Tims and that, yeah?
They're not haram.
They're
trying to find something.
No, they're owned by the KKK though. They're owned by the KKK though.
Okay, and someone made Africa. Carry on. There's a slave camp that made that next to the Timberland camp.
Yeah, but it's black. It's black though.
So they're still staying away. Prada.
Carry on.
I got it for the colour. I'm fucking you up, brother.
Right, you lose. Prada, you know. I didn't know Prada was African. No. Carry on. It's Prada African.
It's not Prada, it's Prada.
But you see what I'm saying? What is it?
I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build.
One black person.
I'm trying to build. See, I'm trying to build.
See, there's not one black person.
I'm trying to build.
There's not one black person that agrees with what the gentleman did, but he's still dedicated to push this kind of agenda, isn't he?
The thing is,
what the actual black?
All this.
You said to me, why do they not understand? Because they haven't been free themselves. So
what do you mean the Arabic word for black?
See this from this brother's here. So this brother's paradigm is he's probably been raised in the hood, amongst us, raised around black brothers, mixed race, whatever.
Then he's learned nothing.
But listen, what it is
he's learned nothing. Then
he hasn't learned. But most of us grow up ignorant of our own struggles.
Exactly.
Anyway.
But
the thing is, what it might seem to.
You're trying to find something.
You're trying to find a big pull on us.
What did you say?
There's a
I
point.
looked around, I see smoke coming out his face.
There's a point, yeah. This is a point, right? That when non-black people have when non-black people have black friends and they see the black friends building, there's a fear that the black people will leave them for good.
I don't see you do that with no Arab talk at the double light thing.
But Raven, you are
double lights. Hey, see the racism? Hey, respect. See the racism? 2 lights in there.
One time.
So dark, yeah, some niggas is so dark. We need 2 lights.
Marmite.
They're trying to call man blick.
Marmite.
One time, brother.
We all look like skin now.
White people that don't have any family.
Raven don't find it funny. He's alright.
All you can see is teeth.
All sorts of racists. All sorts of racists that grow up in the hood. Minorities that don't have a big community. You know we're talking about Adam having a Kurdistani community. There's not a big Kurdistani community here. So someone like that.
Who is the most mistreated group that you know? So why is it that we have to always try to cater for others? You know what I mean? If we're the most mistreated, should they have sympathy for that reality?
That's true. You're right. What I believe is our progress should also be inclusive to a certain extent.
Here's what it's right. If me,
I'm not having it. You know the reason why I'm not having it is the thing is if someone wants to see a movement where people are doing that, then do it. But my main thing is you can't speak to the people that have given years to their life trying to uplift the black community and then tell them how they should uplift the black community when you have no interest right now in actually doing that job. So I'm saying if you have a way of doing the job, bro, do it. Get your Kurdistan in your Pakistan in your. Because the reason why I say this is because I've done it. I've done 1 minute. I've done international movements. I've been to more free Palestine. I've been to more free Palestine marches.
Let me just say one thing.
Half an hour later.
Yeah, I've been to more free Palestine marches, than probably a lot of the Muslims in this park. I'll make an Adnan statement, yeah. No, I mean, listen, yeah. No, but listen. No, I have. I genuinely have. I never said you wouldn't. I don't much. Listen, yeah. Listen. 1 minute.
I don't much. One at a time, rude boys.
1 minute. So what I'm saying is, I used to be part of an integrated activist movement. Jedi, can we have some?
What you say from me?
Come on, let him say Steve.
Yo, are you listening? Yeah, I used to be in an integrated activist movement, yeah, where we had different people from different places, Native America, everyone trying to do the thing. But at the same time, we had issues because we all had our own personal communities.
Primary to your...
Yeah, so what we had to do, what we said is we have to go back into our own communities, build in our own communities, have something in our own communities, and then maybe then we can work together. But while there's nothing actually while black people in the state they're at, we haven't got no time to think about anyone else right now.
It could have been done simultaneously.
We can help.
Side by side.
No, it couldn't.
On the drink again, fam.
Because are you gonna do it? If you come out, I'll send you with the integrated lot, and then I'll do the black thing, and then me and you can come together. But I don't have the time.
A lot of us don't know, so it's education. A lot of the activities that are going on, they're not out there like
But
that.
if you want to find out, you can
give the system
I
a chance.
understand it, but what I'm just saying, you understand why
We tried it the man way, and it's not working. So
when you say you could have
we need to give the systems a chance. I mean, in
and
life,
they say we
full
wouldn't
stop.
help, you say no,
You
you
get me?
can't trade
Why have we
people.
got man leaders? We need
Why is Pharaoh always on some victim thing? Some victim
Since you're head of the household,
Qualified
you know what I'm
ourselves.
saying? Since sister's the
Do you
head of the
understand when they try
household,
to help
will
you,
be
and then you
head
say,
of
no, we
the...
don't want your help, or do it separately from us?
Do you know why?
I understand why you're doing it.
I'll make it more clear, right? You see how the gentleman jumped in and was dictating and was undermining, and a basic premise as in a brother trying to uplift dark-skinned sisters was he was called racist. Because of this mindset, this is poison. If you put a whole lot of that within the black collective, we're all going to run and start spending our money elsewhere.
Late night language is allowed now.
Captain
Because
High anxiety language.
like I said, you can have empathy because you understand it. If they haven't been in your skin, they can't understand it. They're going to come with that kumbayaism, as I've been saying, love everybody. Doesn't make any sense. But yet when you go to every other community, they're doing it different, isn't it? Pakistanis loving Pakistanis, Indians are Indians. When a black man says he was around black women, it's called a racist.
But if a person had a school like plumbing, and he went to come and teach the best plumber there is or whatever, and he came in and said, I'm going to do workshop for you for free and teach you how to do plumbing, would you allow him to do it?
Yeah, of course you can.
What's the problem?
There's no issue there.
I don't think they understand that.
Listen, but here's what it is. The reality is they don't want to. Here's what it is. Me, you're black guys. Oh, me, black guys, we're low, right? But you know what? Let's come together and work on ourselves because no one else helping.
No, that's racist. That's racist.
But when we say that, when we say that, can I join? But they had no interest before.
Say that again.
So we're at the bottom, right? They see us at the bottom. They're doing what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
When we say we're going to come together to get up from the bottom, they say, oh, can I join?
Because they have no perception of us being at the bottom. These are people that you live in the same council estates with.
They literally live in England and have no perception of the black man and black woman being at the bottom of the social ladder. You telling me
if you're not
people?
going through it, yeah.
What about white privilege?
That's why we don't want them. That's why we don't want their help. That's why we don't want their help, because they're in this society and they are blind to what is blatantly obvious to everybody. You understand? You can't live in London for any amount of time and not see who is at the bottom of the social ladder. Yeah, that's standard. Yeah. So if you're living in London, you ain't seen them things. You're blind. And if you see man them coming together, don't bring your little blindness. Oh, we don't need no blind energy. Daredevil.
How does that help?
This ain't free blind mice out here.
Someone wants a white plumber wants to come and teach black kids how to
Daredevil, man. Why would you call blind self?
Listen. Who am I? Who am I? If there's a rich white dude, a rich Pakistani dude, and he wants to build a building and put black kids in there, how am I going to stop him?
Okay.
He don't need my permission.
So you're not really turning everyone away.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's like this, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, if I have a meeting,
I'm trying to understand.
We're just not going to give him keys to the building after he builds it. You feel me? And we're going to check it for bugs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And we're going to move in and we're going to say, bless, safe. You're cool.
And he said, listen.
Put his name on the list, put his face on the board,
know what, bro?
and say, see, when you see this one, he's cool. And we keep it moving. Blue Peter badge.
Well, I don't believe in it.
Oh, good,
I don't believe in it. I'm not waiting for anyone to
I
help
want
me.
to see this mysterious man.
When we built up London, listen, when your relatives built up London, yeah, and came here and built up London, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Worked in the hospitals, worked for transport. Listen, worked in the hospitals, worked for transport. Yeah, your family that came here in the 60s or whatever, yeah, and they built up London, yeah. Did they get the keys to the city after that?
I understand that. I agree with
So
you.
then that's all it is, yeah. Yeah, they can help build. So if they got something that they can bring to the table, a skill, they can bring it. But they can't
But they
join.
don't run the show.
No, not even run. They cannot even join your company.
Let me
I mean,
let me make it clear.
they can't.
But I'm saying you're allowed them to come in and teach the skill.
Hold on. Let me make it more clear.
No.
You see what just happened before?
You're allowed them to teach the skill, ain't it?
Fam.
If they can transfer their skill,
Yeah.
Hold on,
That's what I said.
Definitely.
You see what happened? The reason why our meetings here, we don't allow non-black people. You see what happened before? The confusion. Yeah, a non-black was coming in trying to dictate to black people how they should identify and who they should love. We don't need 20 of those people doing that. But when you as a black Muslim are saying, you know what, bro, I understand what you're saying because I empathy. We don't need
as a
non-black
black
people
person,
jumping in.
Muslim, I know that I have to get on my own feet. Like, before we just take what we want because we don't know what about it, and we just do whatever we can, take shortcuts. So we have no father, we have no nothing. So we just follow the easy way, yeah, the elders on the council state. But what I'm trying to say is that then it comes to, what's it?
I don't know. Just the way you talk is funny.
Right, should I change? How should I put my hands?
The oldest in the council estate. It sounds like one of them funny. Like it sounds like a kidulthood book or something.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm saying to you, most of us don't have fathers. What I'm just saying. But the reality, why is that wrong? I'm saying to you, when we go up on council estates without a father, the people you look up to are the elders, and most of the elders you see on the council estates are criminals. Is that wrong?
Okay. What are you saying? So
Is that wrong?
but that's what we're trying to fix, though, isn't it?
No, Jedi's laughing.
I don't. Jedi laughs at lots of things, isn't it?
I'm saying that as youth we don't have fathers.
Fuck Jedi, man. He's that shit.
Fuck that Jedi, innit?
The people that we look up to, the elders, unfortunately, the elders in our society.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you might be isolating some people with that language there.
Sorry, fam.
I don't find it funny. I'm saying as youth we grow up, our fathers are not around, yes? And we grow up on the council estates without a father figure, and the people we look up to are the elder guys on the council
They're not
estate
doing constructive
with material things. And they get that through drugs, robbery.
Okay, but what we're saying, when we go to Black Burma building, we're reversing that, isn't it?
Yeah, no
And that's
problem.
black people helping black people.
Yeah, and I understand it. You don't wait for other people to come and help you.
Never.
You just
You
learn
see
your
what just
skills.
happened?
Yeah.
You see how Raspect tried to uplift the black sisters, and man was called all racist, and
Yeah.
there was all anxiety. And 100% of the black people would send the guy, calm down, bro, you ain't get wrong. And did you want to listen? No.
You weren't listening
We
at all.
don't need that in the circle.
I think,
Why do we need that in the meeting?
I think his
for?
problem
Who needs
is,
that?
I think his problem
He's
is,
ignorant.
I think his problem
He's
is
not black. That's his problem.
articulating a racist of a person.
When you're talking for a group that you're not involved in.
I think he's having a problem articulating that a racist person is a person who thinks that his race is better than others.
No black, listen, let me get this clear. Hold on. No black person here has said anything about blacks being superior about anything.
No one.
The man's saying that I recognize that my sisters are being mistreated, so when I speak, I'm going to speak.
Oh yeah, so they're superior. So they're superior.
Look at the
No,
mic.
no, I wasn't here for that.
I'm giving you Jules.
I wasn't here
I'm
for
giving
that.
you Jules to
No,
give back. right?
If you weren't here for that part, then listen to him.
No, I'm going to tell
Then
you.
listen to him. Let him tell you what about the
I
part.
agree with you 100%. The point I was saying is that Raspect said that I find black women the most attractive,
Yeah.
and I don't see any other.
No, I never
He didn't say
never
that.
said
He
that.
said
No, I was
I think
saying
Barra said it straight away.
This is the most beautiful.
Racist.
The non-black brother jumped in.
This is the most attractive.
never
This
said
is no
that.
one.
To him.
I
He
never
said,
there was a-
Raspect said,
That's what I said.
Raspect said, I don't want my
That's
son
what
race.
Peters was the argument.
him.
Did I know what's the
What's the
argument?
argument?
No, what to say? From what I heard from Raspect, he said for him,
Yeah.
the most beautiful, women.
Personally,
black women.
yeah,
And
yeah.
no white girl, no Indian is as beautiful.
He
as
never
her.
said that. He never
But
said that.
I don't disagree with that. I don't.
But he never said that.
But he never said that though.
Say that.
And that's
No.
If a man says he likes Xbox, does that mean he hates
I don't even disagree with him. I'm not arguing with you.
Cool. But he never said that.
Raspect, from what I heard when I was next to you, did you say that to me? Black girls are the most attractive.
No, he never said that. He never said that.
He said he just wants to argue with me. He wants to try and own me and that. He can't own me. Listen.
Because I'm not white or what? Is that why I can't own you? What do you mean?
He wants to
For the right price.
He
For the right
wants to
price.
smash Hussain up on Colonial.
I don't,
It's not
man.
like 'cause you smash him up. I don't care what
I don't, man. Fucking hell. Why are you breathing like that? I'm going to teach you some breathing techniques after this, you know. Can you do all too much huffing and puffing? Run out of air and that.
Anyway.
Go from the diaphragm, not from the throat. From the diaphragm. From the diaphragm.
I'd like to ask you a question.
So you said that, and I don't disagree with you, that you believe that black women are the most attractive. Maybe I'm wrong, I heard you. That you said black women are the most attractive, and you feel them more. more attractive than any other race of women.
Yeah, but when I said attractive was based upon physical.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying everyone compatible to his needs. Everyone, yes, everyone.
The woman is compatible to his needs. The black woman.
I'm not saying it's
You lot are getting round and round in
I'm not
circles.
saying it's wrong. I'm saying
You're getting round in circles.
everyone's entitled to have
Pass the mic, man. Pass the mic.
Okay,
Please
no,
pass the mic.
Okay, so
Please pass
why
the
is he doing this? So what I'm trying to say to you, everyone's entitled to have their preferences. You should always. I think what the guy, but he couldn't articulate saying is that if racists believe that their race are superior in looks, and I agree with you. No, do you understand?
You're not wasting valuable time,
If
you
a
know.
person believes that their race is
This
more
is valuable
beautiful,
time, you're not wasting. We've gone over this, man. Let's move on now.
I agree with you. So you can think your race is the most beautiful, and you only want to marry them. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so you said that 10 times. You said that 10 times. Let's move on
I
now.
think he's trying to say is Muslims are racist. Someone that believes that they're racist. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Racist people.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Racist people.
Do you understand what I'm
These
saying?
racist people go out of their way to put other people down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not a thing where white men are just saying that white women are beautiful. They go out of their way. They go out of their way to not only put black people down, but they go out of their way to only promote black women when black women are representing white beauty ideals. You understand? So when we're calling them racist, it's not because they love their women. It's not no issue with that. It's when you try to put down other people. So I'm not there.
That needs to be
putting down white.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that needs to explain to him because he's made up racist.
The thing about me is I use all of the energy that I could use to hate other people, I use it to love my own.
Same here.
Every piece of energy. So I don't have no energy against no Arab or no white person.
Black people coming together and he calls it white supremacy because I heard that the brother's done it again.
There's nothing wrong with your preference. Say that. Yeah.
I just find it strange that how can a black man as yourself, will try to confine uniting and with your black brothers and sisters to move forward, but be stuck in a religion which is non-black.
What do you mean?
Which is basically stopping you from truly united in our development forward.
How I'm not united with brothers?
No, I'm saying religion is obviously one of the most fundamental structures in your life,
But how does that stop me?
Hold on.
Hold on, listen. How does me being a Muslim, look, I don't know if you know,
Because sooner or later, down the depths it gets to, how far it gets to, whichever movement you was to link with as a black brother, to say, you know what, my black brothers and sisters, come let me join your ting and ting. When they're going on the next level, and you're like, you know what, I'm a Muslim, you know. But my ting says we don't deal with that.
Deal with what?
Yeah? No, I'm just giving you an example.
No, you have to.
It may be.
When you say
whatever it may be, there may be something that will cross
the
lines.
Can I answer this question?
Cross the lines of your belief.
Do you know why I disagree with you?
Cross the lines of your belief.
Let me explain to you.
I'm saying you're representing with something that is, you're representing.
I'm okay.
Listen, the basis of my thing is.
Wait, what is it, Jedi? What do you want? What do you want?
The basis of my thing is.
He wants the beat. Why?
The basis of my thing is a main structure in your life.
No, be honest with me.
One of the main structures in your life, brother, is non-black.
Okay, wait.
So when it comes to you being united, truly, and moving forward with
First of all, I don't believe God is black or white. So the whole thing
I'm
is.
not talking about whether God.
No, listen.
I'm talking about the formulation of what you're dealing with.
Can I answer? You're asking me a question. Can I answer? First of all, I believe that Islam is helping black people in a lot of ways. Let me explain to you. I know many people, that before they were Muslim, they didn't care about anything or anyone, and they just lived their life following rappers and following grandma and such, killing people.
Christianity.
Can I finish? No, it doesn't. Who practices Christianity when they're young? No. Hardly anyone who practices Christianity as young. Listen, hold on. Look, you're asking me a question.
Just calm down though, man.
Listen, so what I'm trying to say to you is this. I've seen many people who are young Muslims, practicing Muslims, who weren't Muslim before. They start getting back into education. They get married, They stop taking drugs, yes? They stop going around and sleeping with strangers. So in my, hold on. So what I'm trying to say, sleeping with strangers. Like on a weekend, club, for example, and having children that they don't look after. So what I'm trying to say to you, where there's something in the society that I live in. I'm saying that Islam is a great thing for black people at the moment because it's sorting out a whole lot of their lives.
Not to say black people, for anybody who wants to get in tune with it now. It's structured in its organisation education structured in a way, yes, you can get good positives out of it. But what I'm saying to you, as a black man, Islam, is not a structure that was made by black people.
Okay, how does...
So then you as a black man now trying to represent for black people, coming from such an important structure in your life,
I'll tell you why.
yeah, you're gonna be a liability.
Look, I don't have a I don't have an inferior. Listen, I don't have an inferiority complex. I'm a proud black Muslim.
I'm not saying
I don't have an
you're my
inferiority
brother.
complex.
I'm not saying you.
No, listen.
You're my brother. I just want to know, as my brother.
Hold on. Now, pay this to me. Look, since I become a Muslim, I stopped robbing. I stopped stealing. I started working. Hold on. I started getting skills with myself. I've had a family. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say to you, and Islam is clearing up a lot of things in
Christianity could do that for somebody.
But the thing is, first of all,
Hinduism, Buddhism.
hold on, I can't worship a man, or I can't. Listen,
Yeah, but that could be their path in which way they found positivity in
okay,
their
but you're
life.
asking me. Okay, you're asking
But
me.
is it? I want to know, is it black orientated?
Listen,
In order for you to help us as a
listen,
people.
to me, I don't believe that God is a white man or a black man.
I do believe there's an interpretation to Islam, like Malcolm X, like I've seen in Gambia, which is Afro.
Never believe he's a woman.
Which is about one with one's culture. Man doesn't have to take on the next man's culture. What I think my brother's talking about here is when we had the G Circle, there were some Muslim men that tried to stop a Muslim from coming into the G Circle, and they said don't go over there with them because they're a cult. Yeah, so just because black brothers are getting together,
so many little
So what he's talking about is a lot of the people. No, it's not you, Hussain. Don't take this personal.
Your brother's down another magnum, he's back now.
Don't take this personal. Get my brother. I think what the brother is trying to address is maybe a mindset that he sees amongst the mainstream guys, which kind of tries to encourage black people, discourage black people away from trying to help their own, and tries to call us racist when we do so. Like my man here.
You see my channel. You see my channel. My channel is a Muslim. My main thing is I do two things. I call people to Islam and I try and help people that are into the streets, smoking, robbing and stuff, and get out of it.
Ray and nephew.
Now the whole thing is that I don't know if you think that I'm bowing down to some Arab man or something, but that's not that's not
Arab man, but you're bowing to the what's formulated as an Arab concept of God, basically.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't. You know, Islam is
in this conversation. It's much more deeper, and you're not going to really conclude.
And within your religion, there are them points where you can see the racism.
First of all, I don't bow down to Arab man or Arab God. I don't believe God is an Arab man.
No, I didn't say who God is. I'm saying the structure of what you're dealing with.
What structure?
This whole structure of what told you this is your religion, basically.
I don't understand the point you're making.
The point I'm making, I'm talking about pre-Islam, which came into Islam.
Okay, look, as a Muslim,
I'm not buying that. Pre-Islam, which became Islam, landed in your lap in this 20th century now, and you've accepted it.
Look, I think you got
It was not from Africa.
I think you've. Listen.
And that's why you see. Hold on, let me just finish. That's why you can see brothers and sisters can come here and pinpoint bits in the Quran.
First of all,
show racism.
Listen. No, you can't. Listen.
I mean, hadith.
Listen,
My
hold on. First of all,
apologies.
Look.
In the hadith.
Hold on. Jedi, stop trying to stir the beat.
Thanks for the correction. In the hadith.
Hold on, listen. First, I'm talking to you because
I don't
think you really know much.
I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm saying people can put that out and say, look at this.
Hold on,
And
I
then
don't think you really know much about
look at the
Islam.
history of Islam.
I don't think you really know much about Islam.
What are we talking
I'll
about?
tell you,
Which
as a
part of Islam
Muslim,
are we
my job, is to worship God alone and follow the Prophet. So what I'm trying to say to you,
telling me I don't know
that
about
includes,
Islam.
that includes me, yes, providing for myself, educating myself, yes, providing for my family, providing for my life, and being a moral person. Now the whole thing is that I believe helps out the black community. There's so many people I know that are working now, and the only reason why they're working is because, and they're young people, yeah? The only reason why they're working and they're not going in and out of jail is because of Islam. They're praying, they're fasting and so forth. Now if you, I believe that it's one of the biggest forces that is helping black people at the moment.
A police superintendent can say the same thing about his employees.
But police in Islam is different.
Yeah,
There's young
but I'm just speaking an example.
So the whole thing is
positives you can take positives out of something that is fucked up.
Anyway,
you can bring positives. You can bring positives out of something.
The point is,
we can find positives. We can find positives.
I want the sister to speak.
We can find positives.
I hear where brother's coming from, but obviously
at the same time, these examples you're giving are not black specific. They're not for the black cause. Obviously, these are individual young black men,
that's
but
what
that
I'm
could be
saying.
a young
You're talking
white
about
man, that could be a young Asian
Yeah, it
man.
could be
that
anyone.
could
He said to me,
specific.
but he said to me, his question.
Wait, hold on. At the same time,
And this is what I'm saying.
at the same time, while I don't fully agree with him, also I don't fully agree with you at the same time. Islam doesn't. There's no anti-blackness in there.
There's no
There's nothing against black people in there. It speaks out against racism. Nobody should be being racist.
So what was the Arabic slave trade and
that's
Arabic
Arab.
thing? But Arabic and Islam go hand in hand.
God, there's thousands of Muslims smoking.
Arabic and Islam.
Let me say something.
Listen, what would Islam be without Arabic? What would Islam be without Arabic? What would Islam be without Arabic?
Majority of the caliphate of Islam weren't Arabs, yeah? The majority of the time...
Have you been drinking, bro?
No, I haven't, bro. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying is like, that the majority of the time, Islam was ruled, yeah, by the leaders, they weren't Arabs, firstly, yeah? The majority of the
What time are we talking about here?
Huh?
What time
From the time of the Prophet ﷺ and after, yeah, majority of the time, yeah, the Muslim empire was run, yeah, from now till now, hasn't been Arab majority of the time. It was either been mixed, like Ottomans or
I just
like
want to
mixed
answer your
people
question,
in it.
yeah?
So you can't say Arab own Islam. Arabs don't. It's a religion.
Arab didn't own
We follow
Islam, but we're
the
talking
Prophet
about
in religion only. We
Hold
don't
on a
follow the
minute.
Prophet
Yeah,
in
but
his culture,
what
in his religion.
what do you know?
he said,
What do you know as
pray.
Islam? Hold on, my brother. Hey, my question. Hey, what you saying? Hey, what you saying, my brother? Hey, what you saying?
Can I answer everything and go?
Hey, what you saying, my brother?
Can I
But
answer?
don't. Are you trying to tell me Arabic and Islam don't go hand in hand? No. What do you mean no?
Islam was given to the Arabs.
What would
They own it.
you trying to tell me Arabic and Islam?
If you don't know Arabic, can you understand Islam to the fullest?
Yeah. Can you understand your Quran without Arabic?
So when we read the English
You can't understand your
translation,
Quran.
so when we read the English translation and these don't, no, 1 minute, brother, 1 minute, I've had this. 1 minute, brother. 1 minute.
I'm saying, where did the Arabic come from?
1 minute. When we read the English translations and we come up to things, what do they tell us? They tell us, oh no, you don't know it in Arabic. You don't speak Arabic. You can't understand it. This is what they say, bro. Anytime we tell them
where
something
does
from
the
the English
Arabic come from?
translation, they say, oh, you need to learn
Arabic
Arabic
and
to
Islam is
understand
hand in hand.
You know that, Hussain. You know that, innit?
I want to answer his
No, but I'm saying, when it says that the Prophet Muhammad was given, when it was written, what was it written in?
Bruv, this is now a religious thing, and it's
What was
like,
it written in?
I don't do it because it doesn't
I
go
know.
nowhere. Look.
Okay, look, I just want to answer your question.
Go
I'm going.
nowhere.
No, I just want to know what I keep being
The
something
lady
that's
asked
non-black.
this, yeah? She asked
and
this
you're gonna
question.
unite
Why?
with
She
something
said it's
that's
not
black.
specific to black.
It wasn't a question.
The que-
It was a statement.
What you saying?
I'm saying, look.
Anyway,
This is a deep thing that we won't
The point I'm
resolve
trying
now
to
in
say
5
is,
minutes.
he said to me, why are you being Muslim? Because it stops you from uniting with your black brothers. So my
This is something that's non-black. Yeah, go on. Go on, bro.
You finished?
Calm down, bro, man.
I'm calm, I'm not angry.
Why are you so agitated like that?
I'm
bro?
not agitated.
hell.
Do you want me to be agitated?
I said one word. bro.
Jedi, what's
You're like,
wrong?
you're finished.
Why are you trying to cause? Why are you trying to cause something? I am calm.
Can we skip this topic, innit?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Because we were talking about something constructive.
He asked me, why am I being?
No, and that's
Muslim?
how you two can have it because, listen, there's 90% of people are
And I was
Muslim.
just like,
It doesn't. Brothers talking about building and uniting. I'm thinking I find it peculiar.
But it doesn't stop me. I was having a conversation. I didn't bring religion into it. I never brought.
He's entitled to ask.
You're entitled, but I'm going to leave.
I never
That
brought
question
religion
is
to
a
it.
deep question. If you ask it, it will be like a 17-hour question. You hear me?
I didn't bring religion
Do you know
into
what I
it,
mean?
did I?
No, I never said you did, bro. What I'm saying is-
What you say about me?
You did.
Yeah, no,
You did bring religion
and you know
into
what?
it.
I didn't bring religion into it.
And that was your intention all the time. You hear me?
Oh, the next week. Next week you can set up. I'm
No,
saying.
before that. It was before that.
For this week,
Before that.
we were
Before
talking
that.
about
No,
you know,
about
racism
youths.
and the youths and that.
And I agree with that.
That's there.
I never brought it up.
Yeah, and loving the women and is it
Yeah,
okay
I
for a
agree
black
with
man
you.
to love black women?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
alright.
And I agree with you. You have to reprogram black people to love themselves, especially dark-skinned
But I
black
ask
people.
the question, the reason why we don't let non-blacks in is because of the confusion they bring and the example is shown on camera.
I understand.
As soon as a non-black came in, the first thing he did was, you're racist, don't love black women, everyone's the same. Oh, even said things like, oh, you haven't been through any mistreatment, black still blacks.
And he's been calling us black supremacists.
Black supremacy, all that kind of stuff. So I'm saying is, that's why the cameras identify my man like me is saying only blacks.
We ain't got that power yet.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's right. It makes sense.
Because they ain't been through the experience when
They
they're
don't know.
outside, they don't understand.
You know, they can only have sympathy, but they're not even having sympathy.
Not even
Yeah,
empathizing.
yeah. So you can have empathy, they can have sympathy, but they're not even demonstrating sympathy. Because when I'm saying no, we've been in the streets, like, nah. And, oh, yeah, black people in the streets, you got corrupt leaders, blah, blah, blah.
But there are some people, like Tim Wise and Jane Elliott. Like Tim Wise clued up.
Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you something. You see Tim Wise, right?
Yeah.
Give me the black equivalent.
Like proper Arabic. You know what I'm saying?
There's many.
No, I want you to give me the black equivalent.
There's many.
There's many. Hold on, let me stop. What I'm saying is, the reason why you know Tim Wise, the reason why he makes the most.
No, I don't just know him.
I'm giving you game now. I'm actually giving you game.
But I'm not just. I know about the other black ones.
I'm gonna give you.
I only mention because he's white.
No, this is deeper than what you're saying. What I'm saying, under the system, a white person talking about racism will make more money than a black person talking about racism. That's why I have to be one thing. So even when it comes to fighting racism, non-black people make the least. You know what I'm saying? So in the topic of battling racism, non-black people are making the least when it comes to speaking. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a complete system. I'm saying, bro, the only tactics by coming together and doing it for self. And you know what? No one has ever demonstrated otherwise. No non-black person has come in with the spirit and say, you know what, bro? It's different. Come along. The spirit of confusion was under this gentleman.
I'd say that the white people, they should have, like you say, sympathy. And what they should do is that not sympathy and feeling sorry for you.
I'm going a little deeper. As black people, we should be talking about nothing but black people. Why are we talking about other people?
No,
if we're talking about
you should just get along and you get along with it.
Listen. Me trying to help you doesn't mean I don't like other people. I'm saying there's a severity we have to deal with, and let's talk about ourselves. How come every time I try to bring black people together, other people talk about other people? That's right. What's that about? That's confusion.
I agree with you.
Do you ever see me bring up non-black people?
No, of course.
No. Who brings up other people from the start of the shadows? Like, what about the white
You just have to get along with it and do it, because at the end of the day, you want to better your situation.
Listen, since talking, all these people who are talking, they're doing nothing. I'm doing something, innit? So even though they talk about love, this, love, that, they're doing nothing, innit? That's right.
And if there's white people that are watching that want to help out the situation, just bring your skills and give it.
Well, why are you reaching out to white people?
No, I'm not saying
You should be going black people, come and help them.
No.
Why are you reaching out to
what I'm
black
saying,
people?
black people have been locked out of the skills and everything because this, that, and the other, eh? Black people have been locked out of the skills.
No,
and
listen, I'm skilled.
You are.
I'm a highly skilled gentleman.
Of course.
And I'm not the only one. This brother has skills. Of course. You have skills, bro. This brother has skills, isn't it? Yeah? So I'm saying, I'm reaching out to black people because I'm saying, we have empathy. It makes sense, innit? But when you start reaching that out, that's what becomes confusion. We had a nice debate going, right? And then some non-black came in, started accusing this brother of being racist, but what he's doing is tackling racism. He's tackling racism. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why they're not welcome. I'm using that word. They're actually not welcome. Yeah? If you're going to humble yourself.
But you can't take.
Hold on.
You can't take your negative spells with that and say that all non-black people.
But we're saying it's the risk of bringing them in. We're not going to have that issue with black people.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to come, do the workshop of how to do plumbing and leave.
There's a value. There's a value.
Do you understand? I'm just coming. I'm going to do the workshop on how to do plumbing and leave.
Listen. Even Esau, we had a difference in agreement, yeah? But in the end, me and Esau were able to get like this. Any black person, we're going to be able to get here. And it's not going to take too long.
Did they apologise in the end for saying about the racism?
No, they didn't.
I think Adnan.
But what I'm saying is the problem with non-black people is, it's going to be so hard to get to that, and then we can't filter who comes in and who doesn't. With black people, it's so easy for us to deal with it. You understand? The thing about these other people is when they come in, we spend half of the time debating about why we have to do the job. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like
debating about what racism is. Debating about what racism is. It's a waste of time.
And there's going to be certain people who are not black. Listen, it's true. The English did enslave you. They did set your country back. I'm skilled. For free, I'm going to teach IT. I'm going to teach. That's not a problem. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, if any non-black person wants to set up a school, no black person is going to tell him no. He doesn't have to come to me with permission.
Well, let me tell you something. There's two risks with it, yeah? One problem is anytime we let white people help with an organisation, white people look back later and say, look, you lot can't do it on your own because this white person helped you. That's one problem we find. Another problem we find is when we take help from other people, sometimes they love to control the narrative. You understand?
This brother here control the narrative.
So,
I don't know
these are two of the issues that we're going to come up if we're going to go that way.
I know, what you want to do, you want to make a sense of Black Wall Street like it was before. And
the one they bombed. That's black people. We all come up through their financial system and then they bomb us. They bomb us.
There is a value in black people helping black people. There is a value. When you understand that value, that's why you're only going to talk about it.
So basically, you're saying the non-black people that want to help all you have to do is offer.
No.
Go and offer your services.
You don't need to
your
talk to you and me. If you want to make a school to help black people, do it. Well, what you're doing, you're waiting for us to do our thing, then you want to come and start bogarting and say,
We're saying you should just set it up and say, look,
Hussain, what am I saying?
I know black people they stop 10 paces back than other people in life. So I'm offering these facilities like plumbing, IT, and so forth.
Okay, Hussain, let me show you. It's like when people are saying they're righteous for something, yeah. For me, it doesn't make as much sense as when people are righteous just to be righteous.
I'm not talking about their showing up.
No.
I'm giving a check to black people.
I'm giving an analogy. It's an analogy.
Call all the media.
It's an analogy. So what I'm saying is, if they genuinely want to help black people,
they can just do it.
They're not going to come up to us and do it so we can see and ask. They're going to, listen. If they genuinely want to do it, they're going to do it.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what we say or what we do.
That they ain't gonna never do it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You okay,
That
mate?
means, yeah.
Wait for them.
Let's get along, man. What's the
Let me say another thing.
Let's get along.
Let me say another thing. If all white people tomorrow start loving black people, it will not solve our issues. If all Asians and Arabs tomorrow start loving black people, it will not solve our issues. Because if they all love us, we're still going to have the self-hate amongst each other. So this is another reason why sorting out the issues in the black community.
That's right.
Once we sort out that, they have no choice but to respect.
That's right. And we don't need no white man to be in that argument.
Yeah,
that's right.
All these black companies that are promoting.
We don't need no white man to be in that day argument there.
That's a whole situation.
But we've got bigger things. There's a bigger issue. That's the issue.
But it's an issue.
But there's so many issues, though.
Because I believe that most.
You see what he said? You know when he said he loved the black woman?
Yeah.
You know that was actually dealing with an issue, isn't it? By saying I love black women, he's doing something that many black men don't do.
But I believe,
would you agree with that? Now, hold on. We have a black woman. Hold on. Wait. Here's the situation there, yeah? When this okay, 5 seconds.
I love the black woman, especially the big one.
There you go.
Hold on. Your sizes.
Let's demonstrate.
No. He sizes. He sizes.
Hold on. Let's film. Let's do experiments, right? When the brother here, there's two sisters here. When he said he loved black women, how did you girls feel?
Good.
Okay, so
Girls ain't even women.
My name is respecting us as they should be.
I'm not gonna lie though, that's slightly patronising, yeah, because that's standard, isn't it? Like for real. But for the sisters that have to say, oh, it makes me feel good. That's what is wrong with us, yeah. But it should be normal. Like it should be normal. When I hear a black woman say, I like black man, I'm like, okay. Like, what, would you want a fucking award for that? You get me? But it's almost like things are so sweet that when we see someone celebrating us, we're so excited. Yeah. But we need to be careful. We need to be careful that very same. We need to be careful that very same need to be accepted or that same excitement once we're accepted is not used against us as well. Yeah. Because this is why, bro. This is why it's important that the first love that we promote is self-love. Hallelujah. So once you got the self-love, you're seeing, Raspect, I'm glad you love black women because you're a black child. Come on. So I would hope that you do love your mum and wear rare. Do you know what I mean? I'd hope that you would like that. But if you like something else, that's cool too. Like what you want to like. But I'm glad that you like yourself and you like where you come from. End the story.
Well, you said that's racist, though.
You did say that was racist.
You said to Raspect, that's racist.
He did.
You said it from in the corner where you was, and that's why we drew you.
He did, yeah.
You said that was racist. No, he said I don't see no other women outside black women.
For him,
he said he never said I like them, I find them sexy, I find them attractive. He never said nothing.
He said what he's looking for him,
physical. And
what
you
he would
said,
look for in a partner.
that's racist. You wanted to shout
And you said
in
it
the
was
corner,
racist.
and then when we're bringing argument to you,
That's
you
not
wanted
what
to
he
back
wants
out.
though. He don't want a white girl. So how is that racist?
Furthermore, back up.
Jedi.
So can you see why Rap Raven stands on his pillar? And don't change what I'm saying.
Tim got eye time. Tim still the eye time.
Yeah. You see it brings confusion.
It's working. How is working? The reason why I'm this black. The reason why I go out of my way to uplift black women is because I've spoken to a lot of black women. And black women, 1 minute you man, 1 minute, yeah?
My belly too, yeah?
1 minute you man. Black women have showed me that they don't hear it enough from brothers. You get me? And the reason why I make it clear is because of things like what the brother said and call me racist. Because there's literally a culture and a mindset in this society which actually anytime we tell black women they're beautiful, they try and make us feel bad for it. You understand?
It was demonstrated.
And they start calling it supremacy,
Listen. Whenever we say that, you don't always say, what about white women? What about this person? What about that person?
It's an all black neat conversation. Why is this one coming?
Let's see your opinion.
Why are you interracial born?
Yeah, you don't sort your choice.
Don't worry, deal with that one over there.
It's not your choice what race you're born in. Whatever race you're born, be happy about it and be grateful, innit? Like you got nice, you know, you're nice.
Yeah, but in that, you're saying be born into it, be happy. We're saying we're pro-black, yeah. We want to uplift our own. We want to acknowledge our blackness and embrace our blackness. When we do that, to you, it's black supremacy. It's not the same. It's not the same. When we're doing exactly what you just said.
Hold on, let's get order, right? Listen,
That's a marriage subject.
there's not one black person that agrees with you
Protecting
here.
yourself. Everyone should protect themselves.
There's
whatever
not
race they
one
are.
black
Marriage
person
is
who
different
agrees with you.
situation.
And this is why
Marriage is different. If I'm a black man and I uplift the black woman and I don't marry the black woman, for me it doesn't make the most sense. It don't make the most sense.
Listen, there has to be lessons learned. And I hope I'm demonstrating to people at home that when I say black women building, this is why. Because the spirit of confusion comes in when people who are not black try highly confused. I said every single black person is on the same page in it. Hold on. Because of the mistreatment, we're going to be dedicated to get us from a low state to higher, right? The love that we've lost, we're going to try to rebuild. Yeah? This is an honourable thing. But non-black people that we're witnessing and are demonstrating that they cannot get it. They cannot get it.
And to
So
be
what does that mean? We have to
honest,
separate.
and to be honest, we don't care what they get, what they don't get. We are sick and tired of explaining ourselves to people who doesn't understand.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And to be honest, we don't care.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we don't care what they think. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
Don't care.
We're gonna still tell the sisters you're beautiful. You right?
And
We're gonna tell them more. We're gonna tell them more. We're gonna tell them more. We're gonna call me racist on more. We're gonna call me racist on BBC News. We're gonna call me racist on LBC. We're gonna tell them beautiful. We're gonna tell the sisters they're beautiful.
Islam teaches. You cast yourself and respect yourself. That's what Islam teaches.
You need Islam to teach us that.
That's natural to us. That's natural to us. That's natural to us.
Listen.
Is the must on your face? Is it on your
I know it's a high anxiety topic, but come on, guys.
Uncle, what do you want to say?
Education and honesty. We're not honest to each other. We thief each other's money. We lie about each other. And we tell the white man all our secrets to the white man. Right? We're still bowing to the fucking white man.
Don't worry, Uncle. Don't
Right?
worry.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
We don't trust the old people.
Hey, listen, hold on. We are having a very pro-black peaceful conversation. Nobody will come in. Nobody will come in and confuse it. If you don't leave on your own, we have no other option but to push you out. Simple as that.
Everyone, listen. If you're
And push you
wait,
out.
guys,
by
come on.
force.
Can we have some?
No.
Everyone is welcome to speak.
Hey.
Everyone is welcome to speak, but we have to have order.
Talk about unity.
We have to have order.
Not push out.
No, that's what we say.
Hold
Now
on,
we talk about
guys.
unity, but somebody's
Guys.
coming in who doesn't
Somebody,
understand
no,
us.
you must learn to educate each other. No,
we're not educating them.
All right,
Educate them. We've been trying to educate them for 2,000 years.
Come on, we need discipline, family.
We are trying to educate racist people about humanity.
I have taken bad students, black students in Jamaica who won't come to school and they pass 9 O-levels one time over the rich boys.
Uncle, we're not talking about black people.
Why?
We're not talking about black people. We're talking about other races. We're talking about trying to educate. We don't need to educate.
Because we're not diligent in paying attention to ourselves.
Ah, that's what we're saying. 100%.
I'm talking what I do practically.
Read that.
I give up every fucking thing and I walk the streets at night and find out where students live and talk to the parents to say, well, John, in other street smoking ganja. He's not coming in. So what? All right, so we hand the boy over to you. And I have the boys coming out of school with 9 O-levels at Colonial College.
Yes, sir. We love that.
But when I'm doing it, a lot of people curse me. Man come with my shot to chop me up.
Well, this is what we need to fix. We need to fix. This is what we need to, and this is why we have to come and build. So, you know what I mean? All right?
No, we don't ask no question to our politics.
We are the solution, bro. We are the solution.
We don't demonstrate among the black people. The black government, we don't demonstrate. You see anybody in Jamaica demonstrating? No. Anybody in Africa demonstrating? No. The president of the president of Ghana, of Nigeria, get 237 billion from Obama, a check. And 2 weeks after he takes it, he comes to London for medical treatment. He's been here for 3 months. He banked the money and probably gives the British government a backhander. Right, in case they find out, he can run away.
Yo, listen. This is why we need the G-Circle.
University, Nigeria's medical university.
And they don't use it. Uncle. This is why we need the G-Circle. Because seeing black people come down here and uniting in oneness is making trolls like this come out and call us racist. It's pissing them off, it's pissing them off and it's making them try to destabilize what we're doing. So this is why all you black people watching, make sure you come here
interject
just to piss them off in the corridor. Thank you.
In the 16th century, when the English were starving, it's the Ghanaians, I'm talking. The Ghanaians who came here, the emperor sent the Ghanaian scribes and educated, the Ghanaians educated the English people.
You're right. So he's giving you the wisdom, man.
In the 16th century.
There you go.
And listen, and the Ghanaians were dumped in Jamaica. The whites were the slaves. The Irish and the Scottish were the slaves. And the Polish. And the Ghanaians were taken from England and dumped in Jamaica. For nothing. Right? So we are fucking about.
Yeah. Imagine.
Draft a constitution, sign it, and sit and unite. And we can challenge the British government because they're weak. Everything they have come from us. They don't have nothing. South Africa, the gold mine in South Africa, Britain owns 70% of the fucking gold mine at this moment. Why bother fight to get independence in South Africa? Britain owns 70% of the fucking gold mine.
Big up, Uncle.
The rand in South Africa don't value for gold.
Thank you, Uncle.
Careful.
You got the elders dropping the wisdom there. Thank you.
Get me, man, we're dropping so much wisdom. Make sure it's all right. You got some drink for him or something? You all right? You need a drink?
So what we're saying,
It's kind of done, you know.
so everything's been demonstrated, and that's exactly why we have to be dedicated to this kind of thing, innit? We've got real things to do, innit? Like, we've got real challenges to do. Real challenges to do.
Yo, this is just why we gotta keep on building. Yeah, we're gonna keep on building.
You never saw me earlier. So anyway, in closing, yeah. I think one of the main things that we were in closing, one of the main things that we were discussing today was about idea of black unity and coming together and having a communication. When we was doing that, we had some Indian brothers, Punjabi, I think he wants to be known as, whatever that came. He came, he wanted to interject with us, and talk and say he wanted to explain some stuff that was on the internet about him being racist or whatever. Then we started.
Tommy Robin Singh.
Then we started talking about racism. We started talking about racism in India and in the Asian community. But we had a Gujarati and Punjabi brother, and we was having that little conversation. Raspect made a statement about
them not being racist.
The black woman and blah blah blah.
But my statement was I was telling the Asians that just because someone was saying that because they love their own, they're racist. I said I don't think that's racist. If an Asian man loves his Asian woman, I respect that.
That's pride. It's Asian pride.
I'm the same.
And then don't do that. Then another brother, I'm not going to point him out because I don't want to give him too much energy. Another brother come across and said, "Bro, that's racist." Basically. So this is where we've been going. But forget about that whole argument there, because we obviously know that if you have a preference, no matter what race it is, I wouldn't say it's racist. Especially if it's the race that reflects where you're from. Then, if anything, you have a natural affiliation to something that is similar to you. Yeah? That is standardly normal, yeah? You know what I'm trying to say? So we don't need to glorify that. I was trying to shut that dead in the water about 2 hours ago, yeah? Because it's something that could be killed so quickly, yeah? Bruv, you're chatting nonsense. Bruv, we all know instead we're trying to school each other on these stories of, this example, if I did this, we're arguing about fucking ABCs. It's so simple. Everyone knows what they're dealing with. The major issue we have here right now is when we have a gathering of mandem. So every week we've been doing what we call the G Circle, yeah? We've got a little collective we got together. And we try to have a circle, and we go around the circle, we share something, we talk, we're basically practicing team building exercises, yeah? Trying to form a circle, listening to everyone, projecting our voices, giving our opinions, and we're building something on such a basis level. Every single week we do it, we always have people that clearly don't identify with the group that is in the circle. Right. Fair dues. They come, they take their places, they get into the circle, rare. When the camera comes, most of them don't want to chat. Some man do want to talk. See, the thing is, we're never going to eject a man from the circle that wants to add his speech, because we can't control that. Yeah. But when it comes to our own group, like for instance, a WhatsApp group or a collective or some form of meeting place where we go and have our own private club, we can say we just want it to be black people. Right. I don't need anyone coming to tell me, what's black or what's African or rare. We will decide. That's our thing. Yeah. Don't tell me I'm being racist because I'm not going to let an Indian man in or an Afghani man in or what? I'm just saying. I'm not saying you are Afghani.
Somalians are black though. I mean, your opinion.
Somalis are black. Yes. Yeah.
What about black Arabs?
Dark Arabs.
Are they black?
It would for me it would depend on me seeing. For me, it would depend on me seeing this person. One, yeah. Me asking this person what they identify themselves as. Number two, yeah. And number three, what the group consensus is on whether it's worthwhile having him in the group or not. Yeah? So you can ask a question about a dark-skinned Arab. When I go to him and ask him if he thinks he's part of our group, does he identify with us? Would be more important question. If he does, then yeah.
Where they at though, the black Arabs?
And it's not even me.
All Arabs are African.
Hear that? All Arabs are Africans. This is what he says, yeah? Original Arabs, yes. Original Arabs are black.
That's not true. They're not African. They're Arabs, but they're dark skin because the desert makes their skin dark.
Not that dark, bro. Not that dark. Because when they come over here...
Came from the black people. They originated.
It's not sunset.
All you Arabs are children of the Somali people.
They've been tanned.
You're the children.
All the Arabs.
You can say that, but it doesn't make it a fact.
So anyway, listen. That argument there, cool. But the point being is, what we're trying to do is demonstrate that if we want to have our own thing, if we want to have our own group, if we want to put whoever we want to put in it, that's what we're going to do.
Would I be accepted because I'm light-skinned?
No. You understand? I know. But imagine if you're Moroccan, yeah? You're Moroccan. If you had a Moroccan group, yeah?
My son's dark-skinned, my brother's dark-skinned.
I appreciate that. When you say dark-skinned, what do you mean dark-skinned?
There's a difference. Dark-skinned or darker than you.
Even if you was black, he's not dark-skinned.
What?
You call him dark-skinned.
Don't point at me, please.
Darker skin than you.
this guy, bro.
Yeah.
Even if you was black with your mentality, there would still be questions about you getting in.
But if you go on holiday, like you said, if you go on holiday, you are gonna be brown.
In a
So
conversation.
then, wait. So wait, listen. No, stop that. So that means that you are brown. Wait. That means you are brown.
You never talk about yourself.
Wait. That means you are brown. Wait. My brother. Wait, one second. Hold on. Listen.
For years, I'll be light.
What? Are you Moroccan? Wait. You're Moroccan. That's your heritage. Bro, your heritage is Moroccan. Your heritage. Your people are from Morocco, yeah? So this is what I'm trying to say, yeah? So when they're in Morocco, in their native land, there's sun there, right? So the sun turns their skin brown. So that means that in their native habitat, they are brown. So that means in your native habitat, you are brown. So you are brown regardless.
Yeah, of course.
So you're differentiating yourself.
I'm saying.
So when you come to England, you're not brown no more.
No, I am like my skin.
You said you weren't brown. You said you're not
At the
brown.
moment, my skin colour's not brown.
So you're talking about based on suntans. Are we talking about suntans?
If I'm in Morocco, I'll become brown. Like it's like
Why
skin
are
doesn't
you
mean
apologizing
nothing.
for
Skin, that's what I'm
yourself?
trying to get to you
Why are
guys.
you apologizing for yourself?
Skin means
You
nothing.
don't have to prove anything. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to prove anything.
For me, this is entertaining, but I'm the only one who sees
No,
the
you
bullshit.
don't correct nothing. What the fuck you correcting? You're born a human being. You're born a human being. If your father was white and your mother black, so what? You're a human being. God don't kill you. God don't kill you.
Even if you was black, yeah, with your mentality, there would still be questions of you getting in.
Exactly.
So it's not. It's your mentality. So if you, no. Any black person, listen. Any black man who called me racist for saying that I love black women, we would have big questions. Me, Jedi, and Rap would have to have questions about letting him in. Yeah, we have it without Islam. Without Islam, that's just inside us. Allah just put it inside us. For you, Allah had to send you a book. But for us, this was just our natural way of life. You needed a book to know all of this, just like the Europeans needed the Bible. For us as Africans, Allah, we don't do shirk.
Hey, look who it is. It's Tony Robinson.
Tommy Robinson.
Tommy Robinson.
Anyway, everyone needs knowledge. Everything that's like as a human being.
What is your question?
And people that look like you.
What is your question? You know what? I always get sent to this kind of these templates. What is your question?
I have a question. I'm just jumping in the conversation because it's about.
Well, he's got nothing to say. He's got nothing to say. He's just here to troll black people trying to build. That's all he's here to do. Because he's burning him inside.
You know what?
He's burning him. He's seeing the black unity and he's saying, fuck. The whole time I've been in Speaker's Corner, I've never seen black people so united, bro. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Yo, I need to try and put a spanner in the works, but you can't do that. All that's going to happen from this conversation is black people are going to say, you know what, because of that guy, I'm going down parts next Sunday. That's all that's going to happen from this. I'm not what I'm saying.
What's the question you have to ask? Let's come out the tempest. Let's come out the tempest.
Yeah, you're all right. This is all right.
He's going to keep rinsing it now.
Ask me your question so we can move on.
You don't have a question. You don't have no question.
My opinion is Islam.
The Quran. That's my opinion. My opinion is righteousness. Okay. My opinion is the Quran. It contradicts your opinion.
Hussain come and told you that you're wrong.
Hussain
told you you're wrong.
Hussain,
many Muslims told you you're wrong.
We don't need to entertain this guy. He's a non-black person talking about
your interpretation.
This is a non-black person talking about non-black
Quran teaches
We're speaking the Quran.
Say the verse in the Quran.
Listen, we're still in the tempest, you know. Can you not see we're still in the tempest?
The verse that you're talking about.
Look at the confusion. I've asked the question. There's no question.
Quote the verse that is saying that I'm a hypocrite. Watch this rap
Allah says in the Quran, yeah.
This is high anxiety, man.
Yeah. Allah says in the Quran, yeah. A hadith, yeah. The Prophet says, yeah.
Nah. It's the Quran. Let's go to God's word.
Okay, cool.
Let's go to Allah's word.
The Quran says,
hadith.
The Quran says follow the Prophet. Simple. Everyone knows this. You agree?
Bro, the Quran also says nothing's going to be added or taken away.
The Quran says follow the Prophet.
Hadith, they can't do it from the Quran. can't. They can't do it from God's word. He needs man's word. He needs the scholar's word.
Does the Quran say follow him as an example?
Yeah, and the hadith said that Satan pissed in someone's ear. The hadith said that someone pissed in Satan's ear.
And he said everyone is equal. No difference between
the hadith.
You're right. Good and bad behavior.
You're right. Now what's the question?
No. What he said is he can't even quote the hadith properly. I'm gonna quote it better for him. He says the non-Arab is not better than the Arab. Neither is the black better than the white, or the white better than the black. But accepting piety. So obviously, he as a Muslim couldn't even quote his own prophet. You get me?
You didn't. He said the Quran said follow the prophet. He said the Quran said follow the prophet.
Man, know your king better than you.
Studying you, bro.
Man,
you think you're studying, man? Man, studying you.
Come on, bro.
The camera's gonna see you. I just corrected you.
Bro, you can't ramble me with Islam. You couldn't even go to the Quran. I've got a verse in the Quran. You haven't even got a verse.
Friends, let's get clarity. Brother, you came here to say that he was a racist. He was. Hold on. You said he was a racist.
Stop for Allah.
Bro, when you don't jump into the temple. Don't jump into the temple. You came in saying that this brother was a racist. Brother, you're in the tempest. You came in saying this brother was a racist. Well, you can find out. Yeah, this brother was racist for saying he loves black women. Yeah?
No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. He said you never marry any other race woman.
That was afterwards.
Whoa.
Wait. That's kind of racist statement.
It's marriage important. It's marriage important.
Yeah, marriage is the only form of relationship I agree with.
So he can't just throw the word about it.
I agree with. You, the Quran says, that's why I agree with.
Stop talking, bro. 5 seconds. You cannot pick the wife for this gentleman, right?
I'm not picking that. It's his choice.
Yeah, exactly. And hold on. Listen, we're getting somewhere, isn't it? We're jumping at the tempest, isn't it? Yeah? With his choice and with his experience, he's saying when he wants to form a union, it's with a person who looks like him because the historical context. Now, what I'm saying is, you can disagree, but when you use words like racism, yeah, you become part of the problem, innit? Because you don't understand what racism is.
Okay, if I said yeah, okay, I have a daughter, yeah, and I said, okay, look, she can't marry any other race except for a rocking guy. Yeah, that's racist.
What's wrong with that?
For black guy, for black African guy, I'm not saying black, but African guy, if an African guy comes to me and says, my daughter, can I marry your daughter?
Bro, you're lucky I don't date outside of black women because I come for your sister first.
I have a sister, yeah, I ain't got brothers, yeah, but anyway, my sister.
You're lucky. Your auntie. I come for all of them. Allow me. You wouldn't want me to be interracial. You wouldn't want me to be interracial.
You see, listen,
I don't control no women. I don't control my wife.
I control you back.
Go on, sorry.
But I'm saying you're never going to understand. This is going to tell you.
You're sobering up.
If you tell your daughter you can't marry another, he's made the choice for himself.
Be drinking bare magnums, bro.
You can't force your preference on your
Four magnums.
I'm not forcing. I'm saying if he says, okay, I reject every other girl to marry.
Why not?
I'm saying that's a bit
He
racist,
didn't say
isn't it?
that.
It's not racist.
He said he don't look outside his race. He don't look outside his race, and he shouted, "That's racist."
You said he was
racist straight.
No, it's not. How is that
if I went to his
racist?
daughter, yeah, I said, "Oh, let me marry your daughter." Oh, piss off, you're rocking. I'll say to him, "You're a racist guy, isn't it?"
No, I would tell you. I would tell you because you ain't got a cultural appropriation.
My race, yeah, you don't like it. You don't like me.
No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell my daughter straight. I'm gonna tell my daughter straight. You see, white people say, "Oh yeah, I used to date a black girl. I'm not racist." But during slavery, they was raping black women. Yeah, many times when people outside of our race who like black women like them because it's a fetish thing. So, for example, earlier he said, "Oh yeah, there's a lot of pretty black girls." He was thinking about it from a physical status. He wasn't thinking about her mind. He wasn't thinking about her soul. He wasn't thinking about her depth. He wasn't thinking about her culture. He wasn't thinking about none of that. He was thinking about their pretty.
That's rude, isn't it? I don't care what race they are.
What's rude? What's got to do with that? Who's
talking
about rude? No. Wait, nobody's talking about rude. Again, you're missing.
But not everybody likes to flirt about.
Can you show me?
Everyone wants to stick to one thing, innit?
Are you showing? Have you been sitting in the troll?
Say that again.
Yeah, loyal, obedient wife.
I don't want no obedient wife, bro.
I'll keep
Are you on YouTube as a slave?
That's some slave.
Are you on the YouTube, brother?
That's another problem in the Islamic community.
What are you trying to do?
About obedience. Don't call no woman obedient. No woman ain't no dog. No black woman ain't no dog. So no black woman, 1 minute, no black woman couldn't be with you. No. You couldn't have obedient, bro. Obedient,
this is part of the confusion.
What kind of words are you using, bro?
Can you see the confusion?
But first you was talking
Yeah,
about
you can't see the
attractiveness.
confusion, bro.
Really good.
Black
He
people.
feeds the fire
Black
all
people.
the time.
Black
He has to learn
Black
himself.
people.
so.
We have to go, bro. Can you not see? This man is a dedicated troll. He's a dedicated
I know, but I'm money.
He specializes in trolling.
Fire with fire.
He is amongst many black people, and we are all on the same page saying no, it's not racist, and we're trying to build ourselves up. And he keeps going back. And then, hold on, friend. Hold on, friend. And then
I'm scared to say it.
tell me your point, innit? Bro,
when you get that crew mentality,
don't have no passion for these people. I've dealt with these people every day.
Bro, you're the one in the crew.
Bro,
Remember, your opinion is Islam. We think individually. Yeah, so you're the one that's in the crew. Yeah, you're the one that's got that mindset. Don't ever try to play.
I don't agree with all Muslims.
Fam, you said your opinion is Muslim.
At the moment, you got crew mentality.
You said, see me, I'm Muslim. My opinion is Muslim.
No one's going to be brave enough to stand up and say,
Islam. My opinion is Islam. Is your words.
It's not about brave. No one's getting kicked out of the crew.
Hold on. Let me say this about sister, bro. Okay, are you Muslim? Are you Muslim?
Obviously, yeah.
Are you Muslim? Yeah. Are you Muslim? Right? Hold on, sis. Hold on. Would you marry a born-again Christian woman who's dedicated to Christianity and will not change?
Yeah, I can't change her.
So you marry her, yeah?
And if I like her, she is obedient, and she's nice, I'll marry her.
Yeah, you would, yeah?
But I can't.
They're gonna kill him on the comments.
But I can't
See on the comments, they're gonna kill him.
I don't care.
So you will marry a born-again Christian woman who refuses to accept Islam?
I can't change religion. Islam. I can't change anyone's religion. It's your God-given right, yeah, to be whatever you want to be in it. My wife, I can marry me as a Muslim. I can marry Christian and Jew and Muslim. Yeah, it's all I can marry.
Late night language and late night breath. Yeah, there's a lot of late night breath right now.
Let her stay.
Hear me, yeah?
And me as a Rasta,
high anxiety breath.
and me as a Rasta, I can date black women as a Rasta man.
As in high anxiety breath.
Isn't based on character.
It's based upon lifting up your nation.
See, everyone's agreeing with you.
Nation building. That's but you're gonna get slayed in the comments. You're gonna get slayed because you're so ignorant. You're gonna have Asians, you're gonna have Arabs, you're gonna have Chinese, you're gonna have every race telling you that what you're saying is foolishness. Because they understand that man loving my women, they respect it. They're not no slave master mentality. You're not dodgy, bro. You're making yourself look dodgy.
If you listen to my words, if you listen to my words, yeah, you would see nothing.
We can smell your words. We can smell your words. We can hear your words and smell them.
The alcohol in his breath. It's alcohol, man.
Is he waved? He's waved. He's waved, isn't it?
You're smelling the
drug. Yo, walk in a straight line with your hand on your nose then. Walk in a straight line with your hand on your nose then.
Let's not go down.
Walk in a straight line. Ah, see, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to show.
Wait, can I say? Why does everyone want to show? Wait.
We know you're drunk.
Don't answer it. Why does everyone think that you're waved? I'm not saying you are.
I don't know. Maybe how I talk. I'm direct.
When you
I have a direct.
When you talk, there's a smell of alcohol.
Nah. The smell of extra Wrigley's. That's the smell.
No. It's a lack of Wrigley's. It's a lack of Colgate. Yo. His breath might be so stinky, just getting man them drunk. That's what might be it.
You lot are high, innit? You lot are imagining.
It's true.
You lot are imagining the smell.
What are you bringing to the table? Brother, what are you bringing to the table?
I'm giving constructive criticism to challenge his opinion so he can build as a man. I want you to increase.
Thanks for that. Thanks.
Mashallah.
Let's give him a clap. Yo. Everyone.
I want to increase as well.
Pat him on the back.
Well done.
There you go. But it's getting a bit late, and we wouldn't want you to not get home. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
I live down the road, man. I've got like 10 minutes journey.
So you have no other questions, no? You're content.
Are you done now?
Okay, good. Let's go.
back in another chewing gum.
Yeah, bear.
My man went to the shop and got a new pack, you know. Because I saw him.
So I'm saying
And he's like, shit, everyone could smell the rum.
So what we've concluded.
I don't drink.
Second pack.
These guys are so high, yeah, they think I'm drunk.
Sorry, man, say salam alaikum. Sorry, man, say salam alaikum. Sorry, man, say salam alaikum.
Is there something wrong with me, yeah, if I only like Jamaican men? Born and raised in England, and I only like yard man. Is there something wrong with me?
You're racist.
Exactly.
You're racist.
That's what I'm saying.
You're racist. And racist. And racist.
You know my opinion already, though.
What?
Why are you going to ask me the same question? You know my opinion on this topic. Why are you going to repeat?
Why are we even asking him for his opinion? His opinion's so dead.
I'm no one, exactly.
His opinion's so dead. Like, it's so dead.
I'm here to watch. Like, if you want me to jump in, I'll jump in. Cool.
Yeah, he's done, man. He's done.
Thank you. It's cooked. It's cooked. You never.
We're not done, no, man. We're not done.
There was no knowledge.
I've never done that.
You actually, what I would say is, you know what? I think the crowd would agree, yeah? I think we all feel a little bit dumber for listening to you and giving you a platform.
A little bit, that's understandable. A lot dumber.
I've lost brain cells.
I've touched some sincere people's hearts, yeah? They might not want to say it now. Brave. I don't know
Who? These imaginary people. He's just imagining, guys. It's the alcohol. The alcohol's got him imagining.
I content. You should do a 360 just to show if there's anyone in the background that looks like, yeah, he touched my heart. You never. You really never. You're trying to create some scene. Look, where is everyone? No one cares. They're trying to dust.
So,
it's not enthusiasm, it's just the truth.
no black person is siding with you, innit?
How much are they paying you? How much are they paying you? How much are they paying you?
Why did you go back to him?
Don't be like sheep. Be free. Don't follow people.
Who we following?
We're following ISLUK, Sarnet TV, whatever you want to call it, that's what you're following, innit? That's the sort of hype. Sarnet TV.
Sarnetta. We're following Sarnetta. You never met me in my life. We've never met me here.
Opinion to them.
Wait. What's my opinion?
Sort of gather up all these people, unite this and that, then insult other people and say you're better than other races. I'm not saying you
That's
think
my
that.
opinion.
I'm not saying you think that.
What's my opinion? You just said I share the same opinion. You just said I share the same opinion as Sarnetta.
By grouping people up,
As Sarnetta.
and excluding other people up.
As Sarnetta.
You just said it on camera. You said, I exclude everyone that's not black in my circle, yeah?
No, I never. I didn't say that. No.
What did you say then?
No, I said they may be a group that is exclusive to one group. It's not my group at all. I'm not even in the group. Don't matter whose group it is. We're just talking about a group.
You can't join the group.
No, you can't.
You can't join. Why?
Because it's exclusive to black people.
So who's your group?
It's exclusive to black people. It's a black group for black people. It's a black group. It's a black
You're
group.
following Sarnet and them guys,
Yeah.
And you're doing exactly what they're doing.
What they have a black group for black
What
people.
you just said
I don't
is
get it.
exactly what they say. I only want group for black people only. That's what you just said.
All right,
That's
listen.
true.
Listen what I'm saying,
Finish
yeah?
off with this guy.
Listen what I'm saying. So, man saying I'm following.
True though, innit?
Man saying I'm following Sarnetta. Because I gave him an example of a group that might not want your involvement in, yeah? Because that you're not involved in. And you're linking me to some random people in America saying, yeah, you must watch them and you must follow them. It's like, what? Why is that? Oh, because they say something about having a black-only group. Listen, there's groups all over the world that are exclusive to the demographic that they are created for. Yeah,
You're
that is standard.
a
That is
multicultural society.
Yeah, but this is not a society group. Yeah, this is not a society group. This is a private group. This is a private. Bruv, listen. It's a private group. Yeah? Meaning we decide who's allowed in the group. Yeah? I never said it's mine.
Who's we? Who's
Group members. Group members.
Who's in the group? Who's
Group members.
You're
You're asking questions. You're asking questions that have listen, man. You're asking questions that have nothing to do with you, fam. Like, it don't matter
Look at the
who's in the
camera.
group.
Look at the camera. Tell the truth. You have a fear in your heart, innit? You see black people
Why are
coming.
you worrying about the group?
Tell them.
Why do you need to know who's in the group?
Tell them why when black people get together you have fear.
Why do you need to know? Because you ignored me. Why do you need to know who's in the group?
No, because you're telling me there's
I said it's black people.
But now you're confusing
Black
me.
people.
I'm thinking, what group?
Black people.
Right,
It's a group of black people that are for black people only. And what they're saying is, you're not allowed in that group.
That's cool.
So what is your issue there?
I'm saying it's excluding other people from other races.
It is.
For no reason. Just
I said for the no. It's not for no reason. The reason is the reason is the group is created.
Islamic opinion. You don't exclude no one.
Bruv,
for any
That's why you're
bruv,
Islam.
the reason is listen. The reason is listen. I would not create. Wait 1 second. I'm not going to create a charity group for children, yeah, and then start giving all the money to some adults.
No.
It's for the children, right? Now, if the adults want money, then they need to go and seek a charity.
Children, black or white.
They need to go and seek a charity that is concerning them. If I go to a Romanian charity for the Romanian orphans, listen,
charities for poor people only.
Bruv, listen. If I create a charity for Romanian children, and then there's some Jamaican children over there, and I start giving that money that was raised for Romanian children to Jamaican children, that would be unfair, And Jamaican children can't knock on the Romanian door and say, because it's specific to a certain group. So the group I'm describing to you is one that is for black people, made for black people, by black people, and it's specifically for black issues. Therefore, you as a light-skinned, non-black Moroccan heritage dude are not allowed in the group. It's not racism. It's just it's not for you.
I had nothing to do that.
All right, cool.
If I had a group, everyone.
It's just waffle. Bear waffle now.
Nothing
Bear
will
waffle.
come from his words. I'm going to bet money. This
Bear
group he
waffle
wants to
after
make
that.
will
This is
not
Horizon
exist.
in the flesh, yeah?
This is the tempest we're in. It's talking for the passion of it. There's no substance.
I love this guy. Let me tell you why I love this guy. Let me tell you why I love this guy. Because this guy will prove to all the black people with any common sense that are watching why Rap Raven's right.
Yes.
This is what he proves.
Yes.
He's gonna have black people.
We will see.
We'll see next week. Okay, let's do a test. We'll see how many black people turn up next week. No, I'm not talking about you. You don't need to come. I'm talking about the black people turning up. So we'll see how many black people turn up after seeing this conversation.
What are you even talking about?
I apologize.
No one wants you to come. No one wanted you to come today. No one wants you here now.
Conversation about something tangible.
You said no one wants to come, then that's like
we succumb to kumbayism and trolling, and the gentleman doesn't know the society.
clearly
So
shows you're a bit
I can only ship society as
A bully.
So,
Because we don't want you to come here.
What I'm saying
No one
is-
wants you here. You have not added to none of this.
Yeah, what I'm saying. I apologize to people at home, right?
If I said that to you, would you like it?
Hold on.
If it was true, yeah. Because everywhere I go, I add something. You ain't added nothing to this.
What did you add?
Everywhere I go, I add something.
did you add?
I make sure.
I have no extra money in my pocket. What did you
Bruv,
add?
you haven't
Add
added
extra
What
money.
did you add?
You haven't just for one person.
What are you here for? What are you here for?
That's because it wasn't for you, my
I had
brother.
nothing.
That's because it wasn't for you. Yeah, but you weren't supposed to. This weren't for you, fam.
To see that you
None of-
guys need
none
to
of this
like
was for
calm
you.
down and be decent and like follow guidance. That's what I gained.
Follow guidance from our slave
Calm
master.
down.
Follow guidance.
You must be my slave
Listen,
master to give my
you deal
guidance.
with your ummah, yeah? And we'll deal with ourselves, yeah?
All right.
But there
We'll
are
deal with our
Africans in my
ummah.
ummah,
Yeah.
and I want them to
No,
see
deal
this.
with them.
There are Africans in my ummah. and
Well,
I
go
want them
to
see
them.
that in the end of the
What do you
day-
want them to see?
I want
Black
them to see
unity.
that-
You want to see that what?
Muslims should be
Go to them and tell them to come down here.
and stick together no matter what colour
was
you
in our
are.
circle.
That's
What about,
it.
bro?
Africans from
Everyone should be included in any
But
group.
that's
If
got
you're
nothing to do.
Muslim,
We've got
You
Africans
can't be
from
in,
your
you
ummah
can't be
in our
included in
circle.
any
I
group.
apologize for this.
You cannot be
I
included
wanted
in
to
any
have a
group.
constructive conversation, two black people, four black people, and obviously in Speed Club people jump in. We've learned nothing from this gentleman. He's always welcome with his opinion, but so far I've learned nothing.
Nothing, no
And all
constructive.
you've done
Nothing.
is cause confusion. You've had 50 black people tell you one thing, and you've ignored everything we've said. But you have your opinion, and you're right because you speak
You didn't add to it
I
at all.
apologize, and hopefully you can
your
see
opinion.
why
And
when I
what
say
you
Black
did-
Batman building,
your opinion,
why I
man.
exclude
And what you did is you subverted our conversation that was actually
That's right.
were
constructive.
and you know the worst thing,
We're on 10.1 and you're on 8.0.
and you know the worst thing, fam, yeah? We were actually building. Listen, we were actually building with some non-black brothers, yeah, and discovering stuff about their continent and their perspective, and we was actually trying to build on something. You came and you subverted that conversation.
I want to point this out, yeah? No.
Last point and we're gone. Last point. Go on.
Someone singing, my Lord, Kumbaya. Someone singing, Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Oh, Lord,
What's that? Wait, sure. What's that thing say?
Oh, me? For me, say kumbaya. You like me now?
Next week
you like me now?
Next week we'll build the thing. You can be next week.
Hey, Hitler! No Hitler stuff, man. I'm not Aryan. I'm brown and proud. And support the black claws, man. They deserve to empower themselves. Don't listen to nobody else. Don't listen to them. You need to look after yourself first before you start looking after other people. Asian communities look after themselves. Black communities look after themselves.
We'll go next week with this gentleman. A wise man would love a guy who corrects him, but a fool would love a guy.
Yeah, love the man. We don't love the man. Man, no, apologize to nobody, boy. From the district, such a boy. Yeah.
That YouTube video, remember that quote? Yeah, that's a kind of a nice quote.
You need to come off YouTube, bro.
Would love a guy who corrects him, ignorant or. Ignorant guy, we hate that guy. That's what you guys do, showing me hate.
Rasta man, no, apologize to nobody, boy. For the district people, we don't such a boy.
If you don't agree with what I'm saying, it's cool.
Man came down just
take your own advice.
From the district,
Did you take your own advice? They're just in.
Man's telling you move on and you ain't done yet.
Everyone told you one thing. You can agree with us.
Everyone gives you
Man wants to integrate really.
We gave you wisdom.
Really, on the level, yeah? On the level.
Everyone there gave
Horrible behaviour.
On the level, fam. We are wise, yeah? And what you need to understand is there's wisdom in humour as well, yeah?
That's
We are
right.
trying to laugh it off, yeah? But no one's insulting you.
but
You was
it's
never
not-
insulted once.
It's good to take the piss out of
You was
man.
never insulted once. You was never, listen, bruv.
That's the way to do it. The
Bruv,
jester,
come on,
jester, you know what a
bruv. Just have
jester
one
is.
voice sometimes.
They call me
Bruv,
Tommy Robinson.
You
I
was
don't take it
never,
personally.
ever insulted, yeah? We bust jokes with, we bust jokes with Raj, yeah? No one said anything insulting towards you. In fact, we were insulted by you labelling our union, and our politics and our ideology as racist.
That's
yeah?
right.
We were offended by that, and you ain't apologised yet.
No.
Oh, so it's my opinion. You're an agent. You're an agent.
You're an agent.
That's my opinion.
That's a fact.
You're an agent.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. No, your breath stinks. That's my opinion.
Your breath stinks.
I can see the green coming from your mouth. That's how much your breath stinks. You get me?
I don't see no green.
But what's the
my
problem
opinion.
with people looking after
That's
their
high
own people?
anxiety.
Everyone can see
What's the
this guy
problem
insulting
with
me.
What's the
Yeah?
problem with people
Everyone
looking
sees this
after
guy
their own
insulting
people?
me.
Yeah.
What's the
Yo,
problem with people
one
looking after their own people?
minute. Honestly, everyone feel no way. Is there one guy that agrees with this guy here? One person. Actually, got one person that agrees with him.
Wow, that was serious. That was
It's a
Air on the road. Air on the road.
kumbaya. Yeah, that's
Man, could have the tumbleweed, fam. When you back.
kumbaya. We don't say kumbaya.
Kumbaya. Let's one more time. We still love black women, my lord. Kumbaya. And we still are unite, my lord.
Kumbaya. Morad's dying, my lord.
Kumbaya. Oh, Lord. Kumbaya.
We're going to chase those crazy boys. We're at the football match.
Morad's burning, my lord. Kumbaya. Let's go by your business.
Go about your business, man. Serious. You're an agent, you know. You've been exposed.
It's a joke, man.
Insulting people is wrong. You don't know what I'm
They
Don't play the victim. Don't play the victim. One, you stepped up here. You heard us having our private conversation. You decided to interject, yeah? You decided to interject. Another thing is, yeah, we dealt with you the same way before. You left and you came back. You loved the conversation.
I never spoke to you before. Sorry, time. I stayed in the same.
You left here. You left and came back. Because you was over by Brother Ty.
You went to buy the
You was over by. You went over to Brother Ty. Yeah, and you bought your chewing gum.
That's wrong.
You went.
I was behind you guys.
So you went over there with Brother Ty.
That was before I even come to you guys.
Was you with Ty?
Before.
Was you with Ty?
That was like 3 o'clock, 4
Did you
o'clock.
not leave? Did you not leave? Did you not leave here and come back?
I spoke to this girl over here for a little bit behind you guys. That's what happened.
And then you went and got your gum.
You lot are making stuff up.
And then you went and got your gum.
Carol making stuff up.
Then you went and got your gum.
not even came here. My government's my pocket not even came here.
Say we lie to lie, blood. Say we lie to lie, blood. Say we lie to lie, blood.
No, that's a serious man's called that lie. You
don't want to say we lie. You don't want to say we lie.
But anyway, the point being, innit, yeah? The whole thing about being insulted and blah blah blah. Allow that, innit, yeah? You give us good as you get. Allow that. Come on, that's a pussy thing, innit, yeah? We don't deal with pussyholism. We're not into pussyholism. Listen. Stop the bitching. Man up. You tough, right? You tough, right? You tough, right? You gonna be alright?
I'm alright.
Throw some balls.
You know what I mean? So,
can I ask you a question? Yeah? When black people want to empower themselves and do their own business and support their own people, the Indian community does it all the time. Has done it for hundreds of years.
Yeah, and you're not embracing other people in your community. And you're making money in your own. That's selfish. That's not selfish. Embrace your community.
If the Indian man starts a business, no.
Everyone.
Is it Are you finished? This is a misconception that a lot of black people, and many black people here might have this misconception. One minute. And many black people here will have this misconception as well, that when Indian people don't employ us, they're racist. This is the biggest lie. Yeah? When an Indian man starts his business, why is he not gonna employ his nephew, his cousin, his son, his uncle, his daughter? Indian people are supposed to be doing this. They're coming into society. Chinese people do it as well. But all I'm saying is that black people have to do it as well. It's got nothing to do with being selfish.
It's group economics, man. White people work in Chinatown, in the Chinese shops, and blacks. I've seen
do they own it?
Yeah, what are you talking about? They're getting paid by them, though, isn't it? You can't own the Chinese shops.
Let us own our businesses first. Yeah, wait. Listen. Is there a microphone? Let us own our businesses. Yeah. Let us decide. I hear that and appreciate that. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is right now, unfortunately, we do not need any more. We do not need any more. We don't need any more suggestions from non-blacks about what blacks are doing. We would appreciate. Yeah, we would appreciate. I hear that. But what I'm saying right now, you're not getting an influx of black people trying to give. You're not listening. You're bad at listening. You're not going to get an influx of black people with suggestions about what should happen in Morocco. Trust me. Yeah?
They don't run that country.
No, they don't.
The government isn't.
And you don't run black people. And you don't run black people. So it's done. You don't run black people.
Run the country. In Africa, they have black, African, not black. I'm not saying black.
What I'm saying is, black people watching this, yeah? When you see black people watching this, when you see Indians doing for Indians, do you feel like they're racist? When you see Chinese doing for Chinese people, do you feel like no?
All right, so go Goulburn Road, and tell them man in the cafes that they need to start employing some black youths in there. You go there and do that first.
Do I have strength?
Yeah, go Edgware Road and do that. Leave us alone. You don't have that power with us either. So we're telling you to allow it.
He's outside in his own community.
Yeah, you
are you an outsider in your own community? Are you welcomed by the Moroccans? Do Moroccans have love for you? Do you know what, my brother? You can be one of us, you know. If you take your black shahada, listen, repeat after me. I believe in the unity of Africa.
I believe in the unity of all people to treat each other nicely. See that? Everyone thinks what I'm saying.
Morad dying, my lord!
I'm saying, but I'm saying everyone's hating it. You can see this permanent for the truth.
He's gonna go home and lick his wound. You know when he's at home, he's gonna be licking his wound. He's gonna put Abu Tyler. That's not Abu Tyler.
Everyone should realise, yeah.
You're gonna watch this.
I'm just saying, you lot are laughing about justice. That is so ignorant. Sort yourselves out. Don't come with this unfair justice.
No one cares, my lord. No one.
I don't care about that. Kumbaya.
Don't care about that.
No love in their heart for other people, man.
Look what you're saying. There's no love in the heart of other people.
But there's an Indian man, there's a Punjabi man that came and said the same thing.
You know 5 minutes ago. You know 5 minutes ago.
You know how you build
this
your
guy's
community?
trying to kiss
You use your own people, your own
nephews.
nephews, your own cousins, people that look like you, yeah?
Come
and
on.
then you build up the
I don't
business.
care what they look like. I deal with nice people.
No, but
I
you
don't
should
care what
better
the
your
colour
own
is.
people.
If you're nice,
It's your
you're
people,
fair,
and then you can
you're
start
just,
employing other
I'll
people.
deal with you. Whatever colour you are.
So if you start a business, you will not employ your son first. You will not employ your nephew.
Family's different. Family's different.
But what race is your family? What race is your family?
Yeah, family's different. You got to bring your family in first.
Okay.
Then other people
He's a hypocrite.
That's common sense.
He's a hypocrite.
That's common sense.
Yeah,
That's
common sense.
Look after yourself. Look after your family first. That's common sense.
Yeah, and these are my family. These are my family. These are my family. These are my family.
I mean,
yeah, this is my family right here. This is my sister.
I mean,
my sister.
Direct.
My sister.
Direct descendant.
This is my direct.
Listen.
Yeah. How do you know? How do you know?
Whatever you
How do you know?
She's not your daughter.
How do you know? How do you know we're not blood related?
His daughter.
We're all blood related here. Everyone here is blood related.
I said direct descendant.
Hear what I'm saying?
You are not my dad.
Hear what I'm saying? All right, cool.
We're brother and sister. Yeah, we're brother and sister.
No, you're not.
Which we are.
Descendant from my brother.
That's cool, then. That's cool.
I ain't gonna tell you no agent shit. I ain't gonna tell no agent shit, bruv. I ain't gonna tell no
Check this
agent
now,
shit.
yeah? Check this, yeah? I hear where you're coming from. Listen. Let's bring these levels down. Let's bring these levels. I hear where you're coming from in that aspect, yeah? In terms of your direct family. For you and your for you and your listen, for you and your family, brother, I beg you listen to me, please, yeah? For you and your family, it's only really important to hand things down in that direction, yeah? So, yeah? And I applaud that, yeah. Inheritance, yeah. All right. I'm agreeing with that. So you're inheriting it. The problem is, some of my brothers and sisters, yeah, of my race.
Would you give this guy your money?
Let me fam. Are you gonna listen?
Go on.
Listen, no, try and listen, fam. Yeah, honestly, like test yourself and see if you can actually hear a black man talk about black issues. Wait. If you can hear a black man, no, I am a black man. I am a black man. I am a black man. Stop talking. I am a black man and I'm talking about black issues, yeah? You are also talking about black issues. And if you could, yeah, we are talking about black issues. If you could show me the respect to let a black man finish his sentence before you interject, fam, yeah? Because, no, this ain't about whatever colour, this is about black people. So I'm going to school you on something about black people. What you said about your heritage and that's all fine. And inheriting something, I get that and I applaud that. You have that family cohesion, you have that lineage. It's common sense. However, some of my brothers and sisters do not have that contact with their relatives, yeah? We do not have economic...
Your companions there.
Bruv, shut the fuck up and let me finish my sentence. I just said to you, let a black man tell you about his black experience. Like, stop that. Stop that. Stop that, fam. You're not respecting me.
No respect.
Fam, you are a non-black man. I'm trying to... Hold on. No one else add. I had not finished speaking, fam. I am a black man speaking to a non-black man about black issues. I would appreciate if you show me the respect to let me finish what the fuck I'm saying, brother.
Go on.
Respectfully.
I respect you now, go on.
You see what I'm trying to say, fam?
I apologize if I offended you. I don't mean to offend you.
So now, that being said, my brother, yeah? All I'm trying to say is some of us do not have that same direct level of inheritance. We don't have that ability because certain things have been cut off, yeah? So some of our you lot listen please. Some of our resources, bruv, listen. Some of our resources have been cut off. You understand? Some of us, we're not standing on the same economic plateau that some of you that are standing on the same economic basis. We are not equal in society, yeah? We have been robbed of our riches and we have been robbed of many of our customs and our culture that makes the cohesiveness there, meaning that we are able to hand things down heritage-wise. That's why for us, it's important for us to practice a form of economics within our own group that strengthens what is already weakened. You don't need to do that. You don't feel the need to do that. And that's an applaud to you as an Arab man, yeah? That's an applaud to you. As black African men, we are saying that this is something we've identified, big up Raven, in our group. But forget about trying to talk, you need to listen. Forget. There's no fam. I am. No fam. I'm telling you, as an Arabic man, about the African man's experience. Yeah. When you feel that you have the gumption to walk up to a group of black people talking and interject and tell them what is racism and what ain't not, very rare. Yeah. What I'd like you to do, yeah, is for you to go away with our perspective. Yeah. So I know you have your opinion, and we've heard some of your opinions.
I support justice,
yeah.
bro.
Okay. Forget that.
saying.
I've heard some of your opinions. Forget that. I've heard some of your opinions, and that's great. I'm now gonna give you a black man's opinion. Now, if you don't want to hear what a black man's opinion is on a black man's struggle, this is some of the problem what we have with you interjecting in the first place.
You're saying
because you want to just say what you think. You don't want to hear what we think
Can I say something?
about our issues.
Let him speak. Let him finish. Look, yeah. Now you got me confused. Anyway, yeah. This is what I'm saying. You guys saying spirit confusion. You are confusing me because I can't even remember what I'm gonna say anymore.
Because you weren't gonna say nothing. You just wanted to interject. You should have just listened.
If you were Chinese and you said the same thing, I would reply the same way. I don't
Listen,
care your skin
no,
colour.
they don't have to say that. They do it. Conclude this.
Respond to what I said.
You said to me,
respond to what I said.
Get out of my group. I said that's unjust.
Fam,
Why? 'Cause my skin
respond
colour.
to what I said.
Unjust.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's all nice. All
I'm
that little
saying,
Chinese this and Chinese that.
true,
Cool.
though. That's what
But
I'm
respond to
saying.
what I just said.
What you just said.
Exactly.
You want to be in a Chinese.
Leave him.
Okay, about inheritance, yeah? Okay, fair enough, yeah? In the world, yeah, in life, yeah, sometimes people get like looted and robbed, you know, and like abused. That's life, innit? You gotta overcome it and become stronger. Like, you know, if you got robbed, yeah, like, you know, if you got robbed, your ass got robbed for your money.
Yeah.
You gotta become stronger.
So
and
is that
deal
not
with
what
it.
we're trying to do
I'm not
in our
saying-
group?
Yeah, do that.
So,
But you're not in Africa though right now. You're in UK, London. Go to Africa and deal with it, innit? And go to the UK. If you've got an army, go deal with it in the army, innit? But you don't have that.
Black people are being
You
oppressed
have
right
no
here.
power to do that.
Black people are being
So
oppressed
do
right
the
here.
best with what you have.
Black people are being.
Do the best
So
with
what are
you
you
have.
saying? You would
That's
want
what
to
I'm
join a
saying.
Chinese liberation organization?
No, I don't want to join no organization.
No. I'm saying,
listening,
would you
I'm
want to
not
join
doing
a Chinese liberation organization?
that. I'll join only people.
Would you want
I'll
to
join
all
only
right.
people that are just.
Would you
no
want
matter
to
their
join?
skin
Would
colour.
you want to join a Turkish liberation organization?
No, if they exclude other people, I won't want to join it.
Would you
If
want
they
to-
exclude
It's
other
Turkish,
people,
don't
I won't want to
exclude
join
other-
it.
It's a
It's a
Turkish
Turkish
organisation,
organisation.
But if they say, okay, you're in this Turkish group, but I can also invite other people from other races in
Why
this
then?
Turkish group,
Why they
then
wanna do that?
I'll be involved with that group. But if they're just saying, oh, exclusively Turkish, I'll tell them that's, I'm not part of you. It's not my belief what you're following.
Well,
Simple.
well,
That's what I'm
that's the
saying.
whole point. You get me?
fruitless, innit?
That's the whole point.
Fruitless, seedless
Can you
fruit.
tell me one organization?
seedless
One minute. Let me show you.
Yeah,
Let me show you how much my man doesn't care about black people. Can you tell me one?
Now you're putting
Can you
accusations
tell
on
me?
for no reason.
Okay.
Everyone can see
Can
you're
you tell us
lying.
all here
You're not a bad guy, whatever.
one mixed organisation that you know that's doing good for black people?
What?
Tell me one organisation that you know of or that you have supported sometime in your life before you came and told us what to do. Yeah? Name us
Acting
one
for the camera,
organisation.
Acting for the camera. Getting hacked
Name
for the
one
camera.
organisation.
Anyway.
Name
Okay,
one mixed organisation that's doing stuff for
Well,
black people in
what
the diaspora.
Africans are you talking about though? Firstly, be specific.
Any organisation, name it.
Anyone's you
In
want to
UK,
name. Anyone's
Name
you
an
want to name.
organisation.
In UK,
Name an organisation that you've worked with.
Which
charities
ones
that give
do you
money
work for?
to support like
Which
one
ones
have
have
you
you
helped
worked with?
before?
in Africa.
Which ones have you
Get
worked
me?
for?
You see what I'm saying?
Charity my
See what I'm
life.
saying, Cuzzy?
Yeah, I
He
don't
comes
work
from
for
another
charity,
race.
I'm not
Tells
saying-
So
black
do you know
people
what,
what to do,
yeah?
but he ain't
You know
done
what?
shit.
You know what, yeah?
work for
You're
charity.
for justice,
It's like
yeah?
me coming and
Wait.
telling you
I
because
can't
you're
afford
Irish.
to work for a
You
charity.
said you're for
I have to
justice.
have, like, my own earnings.
You said you're for
I'm
justice.
not rich enough to be charitable.
You
and,
said
like,
you are
run out
for-
there and save everyone. Go on.
You said you're for justice, yeah? Yeah? Yes?
I'm
So
for
what I'm
justice,
saying,
yeah, I agree,
what
but
have
yeah,
you done?
if I have power to do something, I'll join in, but I don't have power
What have you
whatsoever.
done to help our group before
I have
ever?
no power to help you with
Okay,
nothing.
so you've just come with words and
Yeah.
interjecting on our
I come with
conversation.
words to help
But,
correct
but
certain
we've
things
already
that I
told
disagree
you,
with.
we've already told
Yeah.
you that we've all listened to your words and not one person has taken
Well,
anything.
hopefully it touches some of you guys' hearts. If you don't
Who?
like
Which
it.
ones?
I said hopefully.
Where? What guys?
said
No,
hopefully,
we're telling you.
hopefully. I
We're
said
giving you
hopefully.
feedback now,
I
live
don't know.
feedback.
I don't know.
Fam,
Hopefully.
listen.
Maybe you go home and reflect
Fam,
and see that I maybe made
Fam,
some sense,
you know what,
a little
yeah?
sense, and be like, okay,
You
this guy's a bit like
You came to a
understandable,
group,
reasonable.
yeah? You
Cool.
came to a
If
group.
you don't agree with me, then
came-
it's alright. Don't
you
agree
came
with
to
me,
a
like,
group.
It's your
you-
life. Do what you want.
You're just gonna just keep chatting.
Go on, sorry, go on.
You came to a group, yeah. You came with your opinion. The group rejected your opinion. Then when the group members tried to give you their opinion and their outlook on it, yeah, you remained argumentative, interjecting. You did not take on
So I
board.
should submit to the group
I
mentality.
think you
you're
should
saying?
have because you have.
Is that fair?
Yeah, listen.
So if the
listen.
group is wrong, I should submit
No,
to it.
but you have to.
So
you
if
have
the group
to.
says, "Oh, let's go kill someone," I should
No,
jump
no,
in
no,
and kill them.
no. But you, no, you shouldn't.
I'm not
You
gonna do that.
shouldn't.
That's the
But
worst
you
analogy
shouldn't.
ever.
But you have the. No, you shouldn't. But you have the goodness. But you have the concerns of the group at heart. So you want to see the group doing better, yeah? You may be, So you may be minded to listen to the opinions of the group members, yeah? Humble yourself, take on board what their
I'm not a proud guy or whatever.
humble yourself, take on board their opinions, yeah, and their thoughts and their feelings before you then move on. Because right about now, what we're saying is you're not connecting with this group that you've tried to help. And the group that you're trying
I'm not trying to connect.
But you, Jed, let me say, because I've got to bounce here.
I'm trying to, like,
Before I go, look, one question, right? Do you know why these black groups are only for black people? Do you know why?
Because people
maybe those black groups are in majority black communities and they want to obviously become wealthier and have more success and power in their community.
So you
That's
don't
nothing
know
wrong
why.
with that.
So you don't
But
know why
if
then.
everyone's black in the community or African, yeah, obviously they need to help themselves and build themselves up. But if there's some white people, if there's some white people in your community, yeah, say there's an American community, there's a community in America that are mostly 90% African American, yeah, okay, then there's the 10% white, yeah. So you're not gonna bring those 10% in and help them out. Of course you should.
So is that your answer? Is that your answer?
Yeah, be just.
Well, that's not so. So what it is you know there's a black group that is black only, right? But you don't know why. But you've come with all this kind of tangent and tempest stuff. You see what I'm trying to say? There's a black group that's for black people only. You don't know why. You haven't asked why, but you've already thrown out words like racism and stuff.
They should do that.
You see what I'm saying?
This is a multicultural
I have to go, bro.
society.
You don't know.
If it's a multicultural society, everyone should bring themselves in.
He still hasn't named.
Poor in the society, help the poor.
Are you
Yeah,
listening?
that's it. If
He
the
still
majority
hasn't named the
African-American-
one. I asked him for one
Sort
organisation that he has worked with.
I don't work
to
for
do-
charities. I'm not rich enough to work for a charity. I have to make a living.
Volunteer.
So you've
Volunteer.
never done no work. So you've never done any work to solve. So you've never done any work to solve the issues you're talking about.
If you're not a millionaire, family comes first.
So
If you're
you've
average
never,
guy, family comes first. That's what I do.
So you've never done anything to solve the issues that you're so vocal about.
If I had power to do so, I would.
No,
reach
I'm
out
asking
to
a
all
question.
kind of people.
I'm asking a question.
No, I haven't.
You haven't? All right, cool. So Rap Raven's got years in this. I've got years in this. Jedi's got years in this. Hopefully black people have got years in being in the black community and doing shit. I can name.
Did you gain money from helping the black community?
No.
Did you?
No.
But there's a lot of African Americans that.
Oh, fuck all of that, bro. We're talking about a polite, bro.
We're in Hyde Park. We are in.
Why not? Why not?
We are. Fam. That's got nothing to do. We're in Hyde Park. No one cares about Brother Polite.
That's about the shakes.
We don't care.
That's about the rich shakes.
We don't care.
The rich shakes.
Rich from the oil
Ah,
side.
We don't care though.
Doing all the corruption.
African
Oh,
Americans.
so there's no corruption. None of them don't do corruption.
Brother Polite.
None of them don't do corruption.
You know what, yeah? You know what, fam, yeah? We don't care about. You're on some YouTube. I saw this, I watched this. And you know what? But at the same time, listen to me. No, but listen. At the same time, when you're in the flesh with Africans, yeah, you can't communicate with
And
them.
all now he hasn't got. He done nothing for the people.
You lot are not transferring
Should be polite.
information, yeah?
I understand that should be more.
He's done
respectful,
nothing for
but
the
like,
people.
I'm not the best speaker. Like,
No, you're not.
He's done
You're
nothing
not.
for the people.
And you're the worst listener.
I'm not the best
Yeah, you're the
speaker.
And you're the
worst
worst
listener.
listener.
You're the worst listener.
Whatever, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to put my point across.
But he ain't done
as best
shit.
as I can.
But the fact is, he hasn't done shit. He just came Speaker's Corner today and had a vocal,
chat, just
and
chat.
then he's gonna
Diarrhea.
go home.
Verbal
He's gonna
diarrhea.
go home. He's gonna go home and bash it off.
Yeah.
He's gonna go home, bash it off.
I have a wife, though. I need
Get
to
me?
bash it off, though.
Like, okay.
bare random quotes.
Okay, he's gonna go home. He's gonna go home, and tomorrow your issues as a black person do not matter to him. He's not gonna do anything to better yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah?
He's just something he done on a Sunday night.
On a
He's just
Sunday
something you
night.
come to do on a Sunday
Something done.
night.
Yeah? Whereas every day we live for this.
Whatever colour you want, I'll help you. If I
We
see
made
you
your
in need
weekend.
and I can
You see,
help.
no tangible
and that.
solutions. Doesn't
Get
know
me?
what we're doing. This is why I say Black Batman Building is for the black people. Because this, and hopefully,
trying to scam
hopefully
you.
all you guys can come
Trying
down.
to
Now,
get you
the way he said,
take
now he's just
Lamborghini.
What a devil. You're a devil slave master.
They can see that. They can see
What you doing
that.
with
So
that?
he's saying that I'm trying to take their money.
you
Yeah?
just
You
drop
see
it?
that?
Scam black people, that's what he's saying
That's
now.
what he's saying, yeah? Remember that. See what we're up against, right? That's why we have to separate.
I'm not even
That's
a
why we
part
have to
of
build
anything
ourselves.
like that.
We have to
I'm
build
not
ourselves
part of
away
it.
from these kind of trolls.
You're not
Yeah?
against me, bro.
Oh, you're
I'm not
bruv.
against you.
Bruv, you're against us 100%.
I'm not against
you.
you.
are dedicated against us.
Another
Your
thing-
very existence is to undermine.
Another thing I
Your
wanted
very
to,
existence.
another thing I wanted to quickly say, yeah,
overreacting.
because
You're
you know we asked
exaggerating. I'm
the,
not against no one,
you know we
like,
asked the
I'm
brothers to
against
come down to Hyde Park on a
You
Sunday.
behave horrible and unjust, I'm against you.
All right, cool.
Bro, and he doesn't represent Moroccans because there's some real Moroccans that
We know that. We know that already. We don't need to say that. So anyway, what I will say on another note,
Black, whatever, I don't care about people unless they're good. I don't care.
on another note, what I would say, yeah, is when we ask the brothers to come down on a Sunday and the sisters and everyone to come down and form a little circle with us, unite with us, and like we start building a thing, it's very important because we need to hold our own little section, yeah. And it's important that we connect with each other and we hear our own voices. But every time we try to talk about our issues, there's always somebody else or something else that's trying to interject and tell us what our experience is and try and rewrite history in our own brains. For us, we have our own experience and we need to share it with each other to make sure it's certified. The second thing I want to say is, fam, yeah, if you're going to come down and you're going to speak in public, 1, brush your fucking teeth. 2, make sure your armpits are fucking clean, yeah? I've been standing there and I can smell BO and rare. I'm saying it on the camera so that maybe someone will watch back, yeah? Like, honestly, I've smelled this a few times now, yeah? I don't know if it's man that's into religious debates or what it is. They're so busy praying or whatever, they don't wash. I don't know. Man, them need... I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. That's great. That's great. If the shoe fits... If the shoe fits, then you're going to respond. You keep biting if you want to keep biting.
I just want to say one thing. Can I say one thing? Look, yeah? Inshallah, Allah gives the African American community a just leader that stops scamming them. Inshallah. Yeah? And all the
but we're not dealing with African Americans, bro.
Just.
Why are you talking?
Simple.
That's okay, yeah. And I got another point, yeah. I hope that we get freedom and equal rights for all the people in Morocco. I hope that their leaders continue to treat them fairly and justly, and that the dark-skinned, heavily melanated community in Morocco comes to prominence, gets power, gets the wealth, and gets the assets of the land that they deserve as being the indigenous native people of the land. Yeah, that's what I hope for. Because we can all do this kumbaya thing. Start talking about African Americans. That's got nothing to do with nothing. You see black people, you want to lump them all together. Yeah, telling us about Brother Polite. We're talking about working in our own communities. Yeah, but that's not none of our concerns. Our concern is us and how we are going to unite and how we're going to keep our narratives focused and going in a certain direction and not give energy to my man. Like I want to say, yeah, at the beginning of the video, when this brother came in, it was very simple to cut off his energy and keep it moving. Man, then we indulge these people way too much, yeah? And we've all been guilty of it, yeah? Even now, we still chat to him and interact with him. The best thing to do when these men jump in our conversation is just to air them and show them that you have no power here, yeah? When it's a black conversation, how can a non-black have power in a black conversation? It's like me going to have power in an all-Islamic conversation. I'm not going to get to have power. You understand? We can't keep giving off our power and our energy where these men will come and they will feed and feed and feed and feed and feed. They know no limit. Man will walk away and come back for more because our energy is so sweet. We need to save it for ourselves and we need to use it constructively so we build ourselves up. Because if we keep arguing with these fools, we're going to stay looking like fools. They're just wasting our time and our energy. Big up.
Where do you think white people come from?
There you go. I'm going to kick. That's this.
Take over. No.
We'll see who's the fool in the comment section.